Welcome everybody, it's finals time for season 23-24. The action kicks off tonight with the elimination final in Prem Reserve, where the WHITTLESEA Eagles take on Dandenong Club. WHITTLESEA won both home and away fixtures. The most recent was just last week in round 14. But with the combined margin of both games being just 6 shots, this is poised to once again go right down to the final few ends. Former state rep Nick McINTYRE is sure to relish playing under Friday night lights, as is Dandenong's marquee DAVIES, who's down from Broadbeach. And as always, the Greens look an absolute picture out here at the Ponds. And back on the mic this evening, due to popular demand, is none other than Steve Adamo. Spud, good evening, it's finals time. How do we see this one turning out, mate?
Thanks for having me again, Sammy. Yeah, as you said, I had a look at the round 7 match Dandenong Club played WHITTLESEA at home, got beat by 2, and in the return round 14 fixture they got up by 4. So I wanted a nail-biter in the last one, so I'm hoping we get a nail-biter here, mate. So based on 2 + 2 + 4, I'll go for +3 for WHITTLESEA.
All right, I like that. Should be an interesting contest. I think the overall will be, I think, determined on the stream rink, but I think it shapes up to be a fascinating contest. We'll touch on the rink draw at the moment. So for WHITTLESEA, Jordan Burley leading, Dan Burley playing 2, Jordan Yates 3rd. And as we mentioned, Nick McINTYRE skipping tonight for the Eagles. And for Dandenong Club, Nick Potter lead, Britt Jago or Wombat playing 2nd, Scotty Guymer 3rd, and Jared down from Broadbeach playing a skip. It's going to be a pretty good contest. And as always, as we touched on, the green looks absolutely perfect. Spud, you had a little bit of a roll earlier. What's the speed? What's it looking like?
Absolutely magnificent. Not a blade of grass out of place. Had an hour here this afternoon. About 3 o'clock it was running 15. I was here when they timed the green before the game. 16 they said. It's probably dropped a fraction from that, but in magnificent condition. Worthy of playing finals here.
Geordie not far away from turning Jordan's bowls up through the jack. As you can see on screen, the other rink matchups tonight. Next door to us, Chris Watt, who made the move to WHITTLESEA halfway through this season, up against Michael Stevenson. Out of our former Scottish under-25 stars over here, played Essendon last season, made the move over to Dandy. Robbie Miller up against Alan Veach, and on the far rink, Jack Woodhouse taking on Chris Payne.
Good matchups everywhere, Sammy.
Geordie looks to be wide here, and it's just going to hold off and miss wide.
Looks like they're trying to get to that bowl on the side there, Sammy. Probably make 3 shots here.
Yeah, sit it out. See if Joe can get another one in the area. Dandy Club holding 1. Yeah, great pace, just missing wide. Not a terrible home. Evening, Lockie Davies, big night for JD. Sure is. Mickey West tuning in. Mickey tied for the Premier tipping this season, Spud.
Gee.
Had to go down to a playoff this week, so Mickey West and Steve O'Regan from Lilydale, we've got their tips in for the finals action for finals weekend 1.
What about you and Jimmy, mate? You've been talking it up a bit during the year.
You wouldn't be surprised as we can see Nico here trying to land that bowl through, just missing wide. The JT and Jim agreed to keep going throughout finals to give themselves a chance to catch back up.
Okay, I heard JT's no good, mate.
Nah, yeah, that's apparently
everyone
that's been a thing
that.
for quite a few years, even for myself jumping on board.
Really needs another one in here, mate. That's I can't see Nick missing that with 2 goes.
No, he wasn't far away with his opener. JD thinks he's quick out the hand based on that reaction. Don't think it's terrible though. Just more wide than anything. Play the right speed, alright. Nico with a chance to land the bowl out for a couple here.
I'm backing him here.
Half a chance, bud.
Yep.
Just needs to move.
It's going to be high, I think, mate.
Oh, it didn't seem to move a whole lot. It's a fair effort. So, Dandy Club pick up 1 on the opening end of Elimination final night in Prem Reserve for 23-24 out here at Moonee Ponds. As always, streaming across Facebook and YouTube this evening. Jump on board. Get YouTube hooked up to the telly. Good shot by Alan Feature. Couple rinks across. Not a lot of animation though. Maybe still down.
Saw that Chris Payne on the first end. He bowled an absolute ripper with his first. Very good draw bowler. Up against Jack Woodhouse, the leading skip at Whittlesea this year. Mojo playing 3 there. 10, 1 and 3 Jack Woodhouse this year. Very good effort at this level.
Absolutely. Good evening, Brandon Hicks tuning in via Facebook. Anthony Witkowski, which has gone for Whittlesea by 13 tonight, especially if Yates is in form. Pretty handy to have as your third, and Garrett's got it all happening. He's got the BPL on the tablet, BV on the big screen.
See Robbie Miller just playing a bit of weight over there, so I'm assuming they're down on that rink. It's Robbie Miller against Vici. I'll have a little quiz with you tonight, Sammy.
Who is it? Me against myself. How many dead ends?
How many dead ends on this? Both Nick and Jared. Very good drivers, like to play weight.
Yeah.
I'm tipping 5, mate.
I'm not sure. I don't think there'll be as many as we expect there to be. I'll go 2. I'll go 2.
Okay.
This end's now guaranteed to be played 5 times now, isn't it?
Actually, Jordan's first end, which we probably missed before we come on air, she bowled 2 really good bowls. She's got one up there, so good start for her.
Chance for Wombat here to turn over. Nick shot bowl over. Give it a roll up onto the jack. Matt all the way back on the 6-foot mark here. Or 2 metre mark, I should say. Jackie Woodhouse on the mat on the far rink. In his last bowl.
Stays up, it'll be handy. Which I think it is. Ooh. Very close, Robbie Miller.
Yeah, plenty of noise and animation for no result. So, looks as though Dandy Club have picked up every end across all 4 rinks, bud.
Always good to start well.
Yeah, especially in a game like this where we expect the overall margin to be very, very close indeed. I imagine this goes right down to the last couple of ends.
Yeah, 2 really good games. The Essendon Fitzroy game should be a rip snorter again tomorrow here.
Yeah, tomorrow Arvo, 1 p.m.
Hard to pick the winners.
And then back down here on Sunday, including yourself, Spud.
Yeah.
Giving up the mic for the green.
I think I'll sacrifice the mic, yes, all for right. Sunday. Looking forward to it.
One v2 Deer Park against Moonee Valley here, Sunday 1 o'clock. And behind us will be the Prem A elimination final between Melbourne and Bundoora. A fascinating final series.
Yeah, I think any of the 4 can win it, mate, to be honest. We got Danny just holding here, mate, by the looks of it.
Just for now, see if Scotty Geimer can throw another win and make this head a little bit trickier for the Eagles. I think the line's handy enough, all on speed now, not quite sure he's sent it.
Probably on this pace green too, Sammy. I think the leads and twos are going to play a very important role here.
Yep.
I don't think you need to be 3 or 4 down playing back end on this particular ground for pace. So front end's vital. It always is, but I think tonight's going to be a good indication of how the game's going to go.
In fact, it was a 1 to Robbie Miller's Rink on the opening end, so Whittlesea are on the board.
Played weight, mate, so he must have been trying to sit a bowl out for a number.
Geordie not terrible here, trying to
He's having a stalk here, mate.
through the port.
Out you go for a couple.
Very well played.
Great shot.
Holds on top of the jack, grabs a bit of chalk on the way through. Same hand for Scotty, just looking for a little backhand trail or sit the bowl. Not a lot of interest from down the other end. Missing tight, pace was okay.
Kayla Long playing a good shot over there.
Playing third next door, yep. I'm just wondering where David Cox is. He's out here tonight, leading over in Robbie Miller's Rink.
Quiet individual, mate. Doesn't say too much.
No emotion.
No, doesn't say much, Coxie.
All right, see if Geordie can replicate something similar to his first year. Looks like he's going to change over here. Spud onto the back end, is it? Try and hide this jack around the corner or sit the bowl. Land the bowl, he's 3. On a highish line, although Scotty's last one did rip a fair bit.
Just overplayed, it's in a good own.
Yeah, probably just the way you see there, it got all the way back to the line, no worries.
It's turning, mate, it's turning both. I don't think there's a problem which side you play, and that was probably good evidence of that. Thought he was wide and he's ended up back on the line there, so green running really good. Just missing the jack. Notice Anthony Perkins there come across from Richmond Union.
Yeah, I did notice that on the team sheet earlier in the week when they came in.
Couple of late ins, didn't they, Whittlesea? Anthony Perkins and Chris Watt.
Chrissy Watt come
prior to Christmas.
Came from Craigieburn.
Mojo strutting along the green there, mate. He's played a good one.
Yeah, pretty happy with what he's done.
Liked his work.
See there the matchups throughout tonight. Stream Rink, Nick McINTYRE, Jared Davies. Shapes up to be a quality contest. Chris Watt, Michael Stevenson as well next door.
What's Nick done here, mate? Not far away.
Geordie just calling for this one to have the right weight. That would have to be very close. Just drifting late. Still only one by the looks of things to Whittlesea. JD would be pretty keen to get another one in here early on.
What I gets down here, he's nearly in, so good shot. Bit of early pressure on Jared here. He's on a good line here, Sammy.
Yeah, don't know if he's thrown it though, Spud. Yeah, nailed the line.
How many is it, Sammy?
Oh, I think it may only be one. thing to Nick's opening bowl. It's Jack High just to the right of centre as we see it. His second shot, but still a chance for Nico to play a good one here. Trails the Jack down the line is plenty.
Two to Chris Watt, Sammy. They've tied it up. 2 apiece.
Far more positive. Gets to the plant as well as all good. Reckon he's got a piece of the Jack here,
Yep.
Spud. Where's it got to?
What has that done?
Well, Geordie Yates's bowl has flowed through and they'll pick up. Geordie reckons 2. Scotty Grimer agrees and they turn 1 into 2. That's Nico probably looking for the plant more than anything. They had
20-foot trail for 2,
or
mate. That's
so
all right.
thirds, that's it. So Whittlesea on the board with the stream Rink this evening. Evening, Brendan Elliott, Jake Barramundi up the valley. Feel the boys tuning in early. Nathan Lewis in the comments. He doesn't miss too many BV streams when there's not when the valley aren't involved.
No, he'd be sitting at home, he'd be watching this game, he'd be watching the BPL, there'd be some cricket game going on. Chippy's got about 8 screens on his telly, so he'd be getting a bit of everything. Bit of takeaway Chinese for the chip. Robbie Miller playing wide again. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the other rinks.
Yeah, a bit of a stun and run. Still down.
Yep.
Pretty
Good
handy
lead
here
bowl.
from Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been handy early. Had shot bowl on the opening end and shot bowl for a fair way on end 2 until Geordie Yates start that out.
As I said to you early, Sammy, the leads in 2 is vital today. Absolutely vital. It stayed up. It's all right there.
See how Nick's gone again, just under the line. Looks to be handing up speed though. This is hanging on pretty nicely. He's played
2 good bowls.
2 goodies again. Up at Moama yesterday afternoon, Spud, to check out a bit of the BPL action. And I can tell you it's a little bit fresher here out at the old Mooney Ponds than it was about 24 hours ago off Moama. It's pretty freshy this evening.
On, mate, but I got no sleeves. I think I got the wardrobe malfunction there. It's a cool breeze.
We'll see how much pace that takes off the green as the night progresses. The lights are on. 6:30 start this evening.
As I said, there's probably been a lot of people here during the week having a practice. Games this weekend, and gee, can't fault the green. Incredible. Great shot there.
Yeah, always enjoy to get down and have a game. And he's shot by Matt gets in behind the Jack. See if Dan Burley can draw this one off for the Eagles. Must be on the high side. This hand just holding off fractionally early doors. The hand closest to us where we're on the commentary box.
That breeze has got up a little bit too, Sammy, just in the last 5 minutes. Caused a bit of havoc.
Not too bad again here, Spud. Looks to have handy enough weight. Just needs the right connection. Doesn't want to slice the Jack.
Worked out good.
Well, there you go. Probably makes a
Could've been
couple.
worse. Yep, definitely 2. Please Whittlesea's bowl a bit vulnerable there too, mate.
Yeah, it
They can get
does.
to that and plop over.
Got the Jack round the other way. They were laughing, but down the line, it's still open here for Jordy to trail it down the line himself. But as you said, needs to be careful with what weight he plays with only one in the head here.
He can get the advantage here by tucking the kitty around the corner himself, though. So you sort of got to play these shots while it's still there. It's more just going to be his weight, mate.
Yeah, you can see no complaints about it holding off. It's still all the way. Oh, it's just about got back to the line anyway. Just overplayed it fractionally. All right, chance for Scotty then. If he can land this bowl out, he makes quite a few. Already holding a couple. Chance to make 5 if he can get the right connection on this Whittlesea bowl just to the right of the jack.
Just over 2, I think, Sam.
Getting back from there with that weight. Although it doesn't,
handy.
yeah, it doesn't come
Doesn't
to the worst
hurt.
home. Splits quite a few of those Whittlesea back bowls up.
Shaky done here.
Yeah, bit of breeze just buffing up, trying to get back down. Even if it turns this bowl down. Oh, I was
Not
going to say in
terrible.
behind the jack wasn't the worst. Well, makes it a lot harder to get at now for Scotty anyway.
Doesn't quite bring them front ones in, Sam.
Yeah,
I don't
not quite.
think.
Still probably
Only
just
needs
2.
a roll, though. It's 5.
Good call here from JD. He can turn Nick's bowl down the way in on the forehand. Play enough weight so that he misses. They've got the left of screen covered for any jack movement as well.
I think he's trying to get the backers, mate.
Just needs to settle and stay on is okay. It's going to be cutting it fine. Drops in.
Always plopping.
All right, Spud. So what does Nico come up with here? There's no real target. Looks a tricky hand to draw off early with a bit of breeze puffing up. If you overplay it, it is holding off.
Yeah, just drawing it, mate. Just on backhand draw here. Unless Nick wants to have a crack at the jack. But I think it's a backhand draw. If he gets a jack, he's pretty good himself. Just got to be careful. Can't overplay it. Say they do get up here and drive this now, mate. And he's a couple of spins here. He might be having a crack.
Way up. Well, this is going to be weight. He's shaping up forehand.
I need a couple of these, mate. I've made the big call
Yeah.
earlier in the night. Big shot from Chris Watt next door. Bowls everywhere. Jack's in the pit.
All right, Nico going
Yeah,
quick.
let it go.
Very close, but pulls it across. Oh,
Jeez, that
jeez.
could have been really
Stevie
bad,
boy,
mate.
he's nearly,
Oh.
nearly clipped both bowls out there.
To be honest,
Oof.
if I was Jared here, I would play 5 foot on the backhand to sit the bowl. I think it's worth 5, unless I'm reading the bowls wrong, Sammy. Them front two.
Yeah, no, you're right.
dandies.
Yeah, the green and Nick's up the
I'd
front.
play it. I think if you only going to get one or two of these opportunities a game, I'd nearly play it, mate. If he sits it out, no, he's going the forehand. What would I know? I'd put a bit of heat on Nick early.
Yeah, he could easily jump on and try and put him under a bit of pressure here. Softed with the forehand and
Well, that's
drifting past. Not
Don't
to
know
a
if-
bad spot though.
be interesting if Nick goes this again, mate. It's 2 drops.
Nothing on the radar though.
It says 0. Dismissed high, Nick. Will Jared play this, mate?
Yeah, I got nothing either. Real quick.
Couple of drops of rain here.
Yeah, a bit unexpected. A bit more than a few drops as well. It's
Have a look. It says 0% chance of rain.
coming in now.
I think that's the ideal job, mate. Get a job at the Bureau. Get it wrong every day and keep your job. But he's going to play this, Sammy. They played it well. Made 3. Brad's just getting organised here.
Well.
A bit of rain.
Didn't see this coming, but it's a little bit of a shower here, Spud.
Yep.
And in all that, I've missed what happened on the third end there. What did Danny hold on to a couple?
3.
3.
Mine, I think Jared counted for 3.
We're going to have to carry the cable back in there straight away. What do you need? Tarp, anything. I don't know. We're going to have to pull the plug like in seconds.
Fucking hell, man.
0%. I saw the clouds coming, but I've got my own jobs to do. Cameras on the ends have got covers, but these ones don't. We're still commentating, it's still going.
Sorry for the break there, everyone. We're just looking for a couple of tarps for the equipment here. Sammy's running around. Brad's panicking.
Hold on. Zach. Play longer.
Jordan's played a real good one here. Gee, the green's changed too. A couple of drops.
Tell them what you want, Just cover it.
Correspondence regarding a marquee, so
Yeah, no.
if I did, you know, it would have been up.
I mean, there's Sam. There's no point, Sam's not here. You got another base there?
Yeah, we're going to get one. No, that's fine. It's the only one. It's probably a passing shower anyway. Change your hand. Where your forehead, that's it, check here. You get ready.
Sorry everyone, we're just getting umbrellas set up. Once we've done all this, it'll probably stop raining, I'm tipping. But Sam will give us score updates very shortly. Yates going to get back in. Yep, he's in. Good shot. It's down here, looks underneath. Good chance here for Nick to add. Just flops inside the boundary peg there. Let's look hard for Jared here. People looking wide. Oh, he's stiff.
Oh, very handy pick up from Nick McINTYRE. We're back after an unpredicted little shower there. That makes it 6-4 the way of Whittlesea on the stream rink. They're up about a couple of rinks over as well. Plenty of noise coming the way of Robbie Miller early as we'd expect. A few score updates to get on and update those ASAP. It is 6-4 though. The way of Nick McINTYRE. Jackie Woodhouse on the far rink. Gets a kill and now restart over there. He was pretty handy the first couple ends. Any correction on the line as well. Comes to a good home. Green possibly just fractionally slow with this little shower. It's still sort of in the air a little bit. Not on the forecast, but this is a Melbourne summer. Dan Pels has played a good one, almost getting back in for second shot. Bells was pretty handy with his first, had real good speed. He can play a little bit more positive here and even sit this bowl all the way through or turn Jordan's through. Gets under up to the line and draws the shot. Definitely doesn't make it easier for Wombat here. Just got to try and fatten this one up, try and get something jack-eye. The back end, Scotty and JD to work off. Horrific here. It's half of the bowl off the line is a good result. Couple rolls and gets second shot on the way through. Pretty well played. Scoreboard back up to date, so the overall on screen now is correct. 14-11 the way Whittlesea, just 14 ends played. On elimination final night for Prem Reserve in season 23-24. Geordie Yates third for the Eagles is not far away here. Oh, falls back onto the line, probably gets second shot. Makes it interesting now for Scotty. What's he going to play? Probably look to backhand. You can see JD searching up there. Land the bowl all the way through. Just try and open something up. Get another second or third shot. A few options up here if he plays the right weight. Looks to be just the one down, but they need another one in the head. Yeah, you got to unmute yourself first, Bud, if you'd like to have an input into the game.
Okay, mate.
Okay.
Learn the equipment.
You've done well while we've been running around. We've got the overall scoreboard back up to date. We'll see 14-11 in front on the big board, very early stages.
I don't think Brad was too happy with the rain, mate. All his equipment here, so...
yeah, I think...
still spitting, though.
We're hoping that'll be it, but it's still hanging around. See, now it looks like the wind has sort of died off a bit. That unexpected shower. Geordie played a good one with his first. Chances here to turn shot bowl over. Work off any of the wide bowls here, is all the way back down to the jack as well. Played some nice positive speed. Yeah, well, always an option.
Yep. Give it a chance, mate.
Doesn't make it any easier. I think this is a call for... Yep.
Forehand.
Yeah, definitely firmer weight. Still going to be on the backhand side.
Got the big swing happening, mate.
That's their bowl. Gets it through the jack and...
You beauty.
No, he's pretty happy with that. There was one.
Yep.
And dead end one. Spud's predicted there to be 5 this evening.
Yeah, I was getting a bit worried, mate. We weren't going to have one.
I don't think, no disrespect to Scotty Guymer, but we wouldn't have predicted him to hit the first one.
No, I was tipping either Nick or Jared. But
he's done well.
Yep.
And they'll restart. That was a head that favoured Whittlesea for sure. They'll restart end number 5 here.
Good closey, mate. Bit up and down on each of the rinks. It's sort of...
Yeah, I think it'll be sort of like this across most of the rinks all game. Very back and forth. They just look very evenly matched on paper. I think that's the way it'll play out. Hard to see much of a blowout. This will come right down to the last couple of ends.
We hope so.
Teeny Martin just commenting, pretty proud of the A's' effort. Altona this season, they've got 5 sides all at home tomorrow for finals in action.
I think they got 6 teams that made it, mate.
6 altogether, so...
Their prem side didn't make it, their second side didn't make it, but the other 6 sides are playing in finals. That's pretty incredible to have 8 teams, but have 6 in the finals, mate.
Pretty
well
fair
done.
effort indeed, yep.
Well done. I saw something on Facebook about that. Got to give yourself a polish when you can, mate. Yeah, good shot here. It's amazing. It's probably taken 2 seconds off the green, Sammy.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd probably take a
Otherwise,
second off, but it looks like it may have been a little bit more, just that little bit of finish that we saw earlier on. Seems to have disappeared.
I think that would have been getting there earlier, mate. Didn't get your tip, Sammy. You're on the fence a bit, mate.
I am still on the fence a fair bit. It's tricky to pick a winner. I think I ended up tipping Whittlesea in our tipping competition. Big weight from Chris Watt next door finds the gap, which on face value seems unlucky that he's got all the way through there without making any contact. Dandenong will pick up the bat and pick up the end. As you can see, fairly short end as well here.
Yep.
Not far away. Just a couple foot out.
Had a bit of variance too, Sam, in the lengths. They went short early and then they went pit to pit, basically, on the second end.
Now Saw going back on end number 4, where Whittlesea picked up 4. It looked like the jack had got moved. Was that a medium length end to start with? The jack?
Yeah, reasonable, mate.
And then, out the open.
Yeah, Kitty got moved. Yatesy drew a real good one. Nick drew a real good one. Actually, Jared Davies was so stiff. Got the edge of the bowl and stayed out of bounds. Was probably going to have a shot. Shoot for a hole that wasn't there, mate.
Sam Burley manages to sneak all the way through there. That's a
good effort.
Pretty good effort, and has sort of held the line once it's got past the jack as well. Comes to a handy spot.
He's pushed that through all right. Not too bad.
And up onto the line, they may hold a couple
two,
now.
mate.
Funny little angles.
Yep.
Definitely a couple. Nick's one out to the right isn't far away from third, but still a nice shot on for Geordie Yates to jump down to the forehand and get a piece of that jack, I would have thought.
Gone pretty quiet in the green, mate. They're sort of just
Yeah, the
couple
Eagles
of body
were
blows
pretty
and
up and about there for a while, but it's pretty even on the overall. A couple goes to Dandenong.
Jack Woodhouse.
Say that, Steve, at Adamo.
Yep.
Jack Woodhouse plays an absolute monster next door.
It's hard to judge on these angles, Sammy.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing, especially when they're all the way over on the far rink like that, is the
It's a cluster together there, just beyond the jack.
how close the bowls are right to the line, and of course we're not really 100% sure whose bowls are whose.
No.
Every single player.
No, we
Away
know
from the
Chris Ball, we
stream rink.
need our mate.
Yeah, he's all over that.
He not only knows the colour, he knows what type of bowl, what size. Incredible.
No, doesn't really get the right contact. Probably doesn't turn it in for another either. Still probably 1, maybe 2.
I think it's 2. Jake's on a good line here, mate. Ooh. be one now, mate.
Yeah, falls back over. Does it change what Scotty's going to try to do? Not according to Jared Davies. Same sort of shot.
Both their bowls in the run there, mate. Seen quite a few just miss high on that side.
Yeah, we have. He didn't really overplay that for weight either, but
No.
you can see that hasn't even got down to the line at all.
Zach Woodhouse is playing a little bit of weight.
Well,
He's trying
based
to
on
push that ball
yeah,
out for about 5 or 6.
far
mate.
away
Just
based on
missed.
that reaction. Yeah, tricky customer, Chris Payne on the far ring. Very handy draw bowler. I reckon
Very
he's
good
picked up
draw
a couple club singles for them as well recently.
Bit of a quiet achiever, mate.
There's Nico going here, Spard very close.
Bump it over. It's fallen back in the same spot.
Bit stiff, had the right pace if he had a clear road to draw the shot, and very close to turning it one roll, which would have made it interesting as well. Instead just crashes, and
They've got good shots on here though. Nick
Yeah,
can afford
correct.
to arrive on the forehand, and really Jared can afford to arrive on his backhand.
it doesn't really matter if he crashes Nico's now. It sort of gets through his Geordies, which is going away from the head.
Yep.
Looks to be wide for mine.
Common trade out there too. And as you said, Sammy, they're really not playing too much weight there. He's only sort of
Yeah.
played a foot and a half of weight.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Kayla Long next door having a good look at this. Just pulls up. What about the other game, Sammy? Just to get off subject a bit, we've got Fitzroy and Essendon here tomorrow. What do you think on that one?
Yeah, I
Another
think
hard
it'll
one to
be-
pick?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty close. I think a lot of people would be picking Essendon based on obviously them finishing in the #1 spot, and they have a fairly good strong side on paper. I think
I think Fitzroy won their last
Fitzroy
6, mate, to be
Fitzroy are in some
having a
good
look at
form, and have some players in pretty good form as well. Have a few young juniors playing their front end that are going real well too. So
hard one to
it should
pick.
be a fascinating little contest out here at the Moonee Ponds Bowls Club. 1 o'clock tomorrow, that is. 1v2 on the ladder. Loser to play the winner here tonight. Winner straight through to the grand final.
It's a luxury, that game, in it, mate. You get a double chance. I actually
Yep.
like the format this year. I think Bowlesvik should be commended. Top 4. Finish 1-2. You get an extra chance, and that's the way it should be, in my opinion.
Here's weight from Nico up through the middle. Oh, wasn't far away.
No. I was nearly putting that in my account, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, the fat or a clear road was all good. What can JD come up with here? So they probably hold at least one.
I think it's just on that backhand, Sammy.
Just drawing, turning into those. Is it, he's looking more
at maybe
forehand
the
to.
pink. Maybe set the pink for 3 or so
yeah.
here, mate,
Pink's-
based on the call.
Yeah, I wonder if the pink one is second shot. Happy up forehand. Jay Chris White on fire next door early on, and plenty of noise for him as well. How's Jared gone here? Trying hard. Just lacking a fraction of speed. Jordy Yates kicks one out. It's just starting to heat up here. One confirmed to Dandenong.
Yeah, Chris Watts played a couple of big bowls over there. See what Michael Stevenham's got here. Oh,
Wasn't far away. Turns their bowl up, but not enough for shot. David Ellis, good evening to you, Bud, in the comments, tuning in.
Dave Ellis actually played him. We had our tournament last Sunday at Moonee Valley. Played Dave. I reckon he's got his son Braden covered in the bowls turnout, and I hate to say that because Braden's in my rink on Sunday, so I don't want to pot him too much.
That's
but
good.
geez, put on a clinic, Dave. Down there, Broadford.
All right, so a couple ends in a row across the board to Dandenong Club, and early stages, nearly 20 ends through on the overall. 16-14. Although Chris Watt has picked up a couple of next door, so
just have a look at all the rinks, Sammy. There's no rink leading by any more than 2 at the moment,
just
so I think
feeling
it's
each
sort of
other
going to
out.
be like that. Someone's going to have to take charge.
yeah, I still think it's going to be based on the stream rink here. If one of the other two can get on top, both skips very capable.
But
But
in
as
the
you said,
last
Spud,
game
it
we had, mate,
Yeah,
I think we had it was 25-3 at one stage in the game we covered the last time.
right. That's
Even
right.
though the
out of
game was
Bundoora,
really
yeah,
close.
Yep. Yeah, funny old game, that one. We've seen that a couple times this year with rinks with handy 10-15 shot leads, and it's so tricky to do with the quality of players, and same here tonight to continue to do that for another 10 ends in the back half of the game.
Yeah, that old
Hard to
bowls
kick on
link,
with
mate.
it.
I look at it every week, and there are runs of. I think that game you did at our joint against Altona, mate. There was,
Yep.
I think, 5 rinks. The 3 of the 4 rinks won 6 consecutive ends. There just seems to be momentum's a big part of the game these days. What about your mob, Sammy? Glenroy? What's going to happen there? Playing at Sunbury Hard to win there. on the indoor.
Elimination final under the dome tomorrow.
You got a prediction on that?
I don't know if I have a prediction on our own game.
Oh, you got to have a crack.
The plan is to win and then win again and win again and then win one more.
Sounds easy.
Then
4
another
in a
one
row.
after that and take home the flag. But
That's easy, mate. We did it, you can do it.
there's enough quality competition across not only Section 1 but the other 3 sections in Divi 1 as well. Of course, 2 teams will be promoted into Prem Reserve next season.
Yeah, Section 1's probably, to be honest, I reckon Section 1 and Section 4 are the 2 hardest to pick. I'm putting my money on Layla and Port Melbourne in
Yeah.
Sections 2 and 3.
Port Melbourne look pretty well placed, but finals time, Spud, a whole different ball
mate.
game.
You're not telling me anything. We've got a 4-40 record or something. We just happened to string a few together last year, so we'll do. Section 1's real even, mate. Brunswick, Flem, Kent, yourself and Sunbury, all very even teams.
Because the 2 teams to go down from Prem Reserve are all already decided. So Mentone and Richmond Union, who went in level on points with Heathmont going into the last round. Heathmont picked up an overall win, and that was enough for them to survive another year in Prem Reserve next season. Richmond Union back to Division 1 for season 24-25.
And surprising, really, mate, in Premier League at the start of the year, I don't think too many people were tipping MCC to be the side that go down either. So it just probably shows how strong the competition was there.
Yeah, both competitions back to 8 teams as well. It's just tightened everything right up. And including this final series in Prem Reserve, it's going to be very fascinating indeed, because any of the 4 teams on their day are more than capable of beating each other. Anything could happen, really.
Can I ask a left fielder, mate?
Yeah.
If Dandenong actually make it,
That scoreboard says the same thing so spectators can see, because they can't see beyond the camera.
Gotcha.
Alright, so those 2 scoreboards are ours.
Thanks to Dan
Just to
Bell, you would have
confuse
heard,
us.
just to confuse everyone at home that's looking on as well. They're both.
we got 5
6-5.
rinks playing at the moment, mate.
I was about to mention that. Anyway, you were going, Spud. As we see, Geordie Yates looks on the. Oh, someone here on the forehand, not quite getting down. Clear road's okay. Yeah, Kyle Williams has entered the venue.
He has.
Sit out the bowl there, playing 3rd, I believe, this evening to Robbie Miller, a couple of rinks over.
Just have a look at that far head over there, Sammy. Spot the jack over there, mate. I cannot see it.
Yeah, I can.
The one in the middle, the bowl, the blue and the white.
Blue and the white.
There's a few around it.
Jackie Woodhouse with last bowl. All Right, how's Geordie Yates going this time? He's holding on to one. Jordan Burley's opening.
Good angle if he
makes a
holds
shot.
here, mate.
Has the right speed. It'll get up to the line, and
Yeah, it'll
that is
count.
counting for a couple. What do you reckon, Spud? I reckon the kid might line this one up and try and put the jack over the
Yeah, I
banky
hope
up.
so, mate. I'd like to get another early one in here, so
like
my
to see him
count's
line
not
up
looking
early.
too bad. Yeah, he's going.
Nah, more swinging weight this is.
Is he?
Yep.
Have a crack, Jared. Come on.
Needs to hold.
Ooh,
Clips the front one out, so opens up a bit more of a path.
looks easier now. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't know how the back is, but he's
yeah, Dandenong have at least you can sort of see there the blue of Wombats where, he's sort of standing over his bowl there, and then Scotty Guyman's yellow, so they've definitely got the
I think
two best back bowls to Dandenong at the moment.
Nick's been around, mate. He'll go the back.
You reckon he'll go the back?
Yep.
All right,
Look, unless he wants to put more pressure.
can do.
Nick's trying to put pressure on. I don't mind it, but he's going to look silly if Jared gets it. He's drawn another one.
All right, so all of
He
a
might be
sudden,
drawn to the pit, mate. He might be drawing the pit 3 down if he gets this. Looks a good shot.
geez, what a shot by Robbie Miller. A couple of rinks over. Jared with work to do, playing searching weight again. Looking for the jack in the ditch is worth a couple.
No, he's got to go. Alan Beach is going to have a bit of pressure on his bowl over there, mate. I can't see a way in there. There we go.
Definitely wider. This one
He's
needs
close.
to move. Thanks to Wombat for standing right in the
Yes.
way. We missed the whole thing, but
Right in the middle,
clips
perfect.
one out.
Done the Justin Short, he has.
Come on, Eagles, keep it up.
It's close to the worst game of live stream we've ever done a couple of years ago.
He's well famous
it was
for it,
It was a
actually.
world-class game,
Oh.
but we just missed the whole thing.
Just missed Harley. I think it's Harley and... Who was his third? He's Scotty Bowles.
Scotty Biles,
Oh, they
who
were
we
putting
saw
on a
last
clinic.
week. Yep.
Didn't see a bowl of it though, unfortunately.
Shout out to Shorty, guaranteed to be tuning in.
We love him. We love him. Free throw for Nicky,
Yeah,
really.
indication he's quick out of the hand, but
Well, I don't think he's...
I don't think he's too bad, is he? Asking for this one, Toll needs contact, otherwise this is away and through the gap.
Be disappointed with that.
It's a good effort to touch the jack down the line for 4. They'll take a couple though, Whittlesea. Back and forth here on the stream rink. Neither side able to get back-to-back ends going.
It's a class player, Nick. He'd be disappointed with that.
But it is an 8-5 lead the way of his crew early on, and it's tied things up on the overall as well. 16 apiece, Spud.
Yep. What we predicted.
Elimination.
You didn't give me a
final
figure.
action.
You didn't give me a figure. I said 3 shots. You haven't given me a figure yet, so...
Well, you want an overall margin and a winner.
Of course.
I don't think I can do both. I'll say Dandenong by 1.
Danny, by 1. Okay. It's just popped up a bit again, mate, so...
Yeah, it's sort of a bit fluky as well. I don't think it's easy to read. Just got to play the bowl and play the head as it is. Good start from Jordan Burley once again.
Bit of momentum here for Whittlesea.
Yeah, 3 on the far ring to
Yep.
Jack Woodhouse, so they sneak ahead on the big board.
Sort of playing a couple of big shots in the last few ends.
Even better here. Good
Yep.
chance to trail the jack on the way through. What a shot that is.
Great
Jordan
shot.
Burley, thanks very much. Back bowl going to fall down. Eventually did.
Yeah, just a fraction on top, Whittlesea. Chris Watt was interested, now he's not.
Hey, mate, wait, bring it. Turn it over now. Yeah, mate.
Loose one there.
Yeah, it's easy probably to jump on the mat here and see the way his hand is sort of holding off fractionally, and
You go tight though, mate.
yeah,
You're
still got to give it a
swooping.
little bit of a chance, I think.
Yep.
If you're still missing wide and play the right way, you're still in the ball game.
This has got to be close.
How good's this from Dan Burley?
Oh, I think he's going to make 2 here. Great shot.
He might be one down, Spud. How unlucky is that? Could have easily held on to the ball or got it, Jack going the right way. Still a great shot. Gives a chance for Wombat to play this nice and positive. Turn Nick's bowl through the Jack. JD asking for this one to rip. Trying very hard. Oh, yeah, well, gets the contact and they get the shot.
Played the right way.
Yeah, still a tricky little head for Dandenong. Geordie has a nice shot on here on the forehand, I reckon. Is it Spud, or what do you reckon? Up through here and get a bit of the
think
split
so.
and get the
I
ball
think
through?
so, mate. Yep. Play it positive too, Sammy. No harm arriving with 5 or 6 foot away here. Sit and stay. Far Rink, Jack's gone everywhere there. As I said, it's hard when you don't know the bowl, Sammy. Good shot for Yoti. If he ever plays it.
Bit of movement from behind the rink. It's Here Johnny Roberts fixing up the scoreboard.
The double scoreboard. Perfect timing from Johnny.
Now he's run away. I'm not quite. Anyway, back to the action. Geordie Yates pretty close here, Spud. Hold on to this, overthrew the Jack. Never mind getting over to the Jack, get the bowl out. What a shot.
Perfect shot for
Yeah,
Yates.
very well played. There was plenty happening with the right pace on the forehand through there. So all of a sudden, the Eagles hold a couple.
Yeah. Jared will just want a good second here, Sam.
That's it. If he gets...
He's not worried about getting shot. Just
Scotty can give him a couple good seconds, then JD might be able to fly that bowl. There is room to chip it off clean, but Scotty will look to draw a couple first.
Pick your hand, mate. Draw the shot. Watch that. The rainbow one's probably that. You're carrying that up so be it, mate.
I think he's just going, is it, Spud? Or is it pull up for second?
it's handy.
May have just drifted past. Does give them one sort of past the Jack if anything more aggressive is played.
Probably just didn't want to leave that short either, Sammy. Let the greens take it off a fraction. You don't want to leave one 4 foot short there, and then they're in all sorts.
Not with the way the head's set up, correct.
Around, mate. Right foot. Come, mate. Get here. Take it around, Jacko. Well now.
Back in Yates, he'd had a bit more pain here, mate. Draw another one in, put a bit more heat on. Sticking to his forehand. Clear road, he's close. He's going to come underneath.
Yeah, now underneath is
that's
okay.
good.
And
Two good shots.
Great weight, good
Well
shots.
played.
Geordie Yates, very good. Well, something to think about now for Danny, because the backhand draw, it's probably going to get third shot. I think JD's asking for something more positive here. You go and get that, open it up.
Under the bowl, they're going to be no worse than one down if you can get the bowl on
A
the
little bit
Jack
of
here.
interest here. Needs to turn.
I'm just going to
Just missed and
ride on here.
it's all the way through. No contact on anything at all. All of a sudden,
It's one of these sort of enzos.
yeah,
Sam,
you can go chasing it. Yep.
Drop 4 here. Like Nick just coming down here into the backhand. Beat that pink, mate. Count. Shot always looks a bit harder when you're 3 or 4 down rather than 1 down.
Yep.
So
I don't think it's in JT's ball game to go and get third shot here either.
No.
I think he'd back himself in to get the shot bowl over the jack and open things right up if he gets the chance.
Nick's a sort of play that will make you pay though.
Asking for this one to run.
As he leaves it 6 foot short.
Yeah.
It's a good call from me.
All right, so
Might have a rest for 5 minutes, Sammy, I think.
Nico fails to put JD under any more pressure.
He'll
Probably
definitely
still
play
only
it
2 or
now.
3.
He'll definitely play it now.
Back himself to get up on the forehand here. Haven't seen big weight yet. I think this will still just be searching.
You can't go too quick.
Oh, never mind. I've called that one wrong, so here we go. Big weight. Got it. Oh, no, got the front one. Looked like it was going to miss originally. Well, clears that one out of the way now and possibly reduces the count back to 2. Front one may have been counting. Somehow the front bowler's stayed on the rink there that Jared's hit there, Spud. It's on the back of its bowl, so not quite sure how that's stayed on at that weight, but it has.
That looks pretty incredible. It's right on the plinth board too. How did that happen, Sammy? Can we have a look at that, Brad?
I think... I'm
not sure if we'll get the back bowl.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, Nico drawing for it at a third here. Wants to play a good line, doesn't want to fuck his target up anymore.
Gonna add this time. Oh well.
Yeah, no, it doesn't create any target any bigger. It's a very good shot from Nick McINTYRE.
Looks like a backhand split now, Sammy.
Yeah,
he'll probably stick to his 4 and he's played his first one there.
So he's 3 down. If he smacks the toucher over the jack and the toucher runs on with the jack,
gonna be down.
Jack
anyway
stays in, it's still 2 down.
Mm.
At best, still 2 down. So I'm not really sure there's anything else on unless he plays to search and maybe pop the jack back to the yellow down the line.
Can't see the angles. I don't think it's coming off anything either, mate. So
looks like it's just going smack bang straight down the line. No room to peel that off clean either. Might just smack and hope for the best here.
Yep. He's not going to be any worse off.
Big weight, you never know, something funny might happen. Got to hit it first either way. We're going to find out.
Yep. On this back.
Touch has gone out of bounds. Jack has stayed in. And it looks like it'll be one the way of WHITTLESEA.
Jeez, it was going to kill if it didn't come off that back pick.
Yeah, confirmed. One Nico for us. See there, 1 to the Eagles. They pick up back-to-back ends for the first time on the live stream Rink this evening. Sneak out to a 9-5 lead while we're at it, Spud. Elimination final for Prem Reserve between the WHITTLESEA Eagles and Dandenong Club, of course. Our streaming action this year all brought to you by the Dandenong Club as well as the Moama Bowling Club.
Jeez, I'd love to know how that bowl stayed there, Sammy. It's
intriguing.
And it's ended up shot, of course.
It has.
He's hit that at 100 kilometres an hour and somehow it stayed on. George playing good.
So interesting. Nico going backhand around the clock and Jordan Burley sticking to this side of the green closest to us.
Chris Rocks.
Far out,
Little
Chris.
fist pump, side chainsaw.
Very, very well on the rink next door. Big conversions. Sat a bowl out to make a couple.
Geez, he only played a foot away too.
Yeah, exactly. That makes it even more impressive. Not a lot of room to get it out without the jack. What a shot.
A bit quicker from Jordan, but it's not going to hurt. Not going to hurt at all. It's in the game.
Come on.
22. 22.
Down!
Have a good shot from Chris White. Mojo's played a big one. And Coxie's played a big one, so it's just happening a little bit for Whittlesea here. Just underneath. Yates having a good look at this. Pulling up, good effort. Still anyone's game. Early doors. Have a big one from Jack Woodhouse.
Brilliant, Longy! Longy!
Alrighty, Geordie Yates adds to the count here. It's a couple for Whittlesea, starting to build some pressure here on the stream rink.
Shot there, mate. Wait, mate. I think your tracks are right. Don't look at your right. Try to check the line. You'll end it now.
As good as Chris Watt looks to be playing in the rink next door, Michael Stevenson is responding to actually lead 7-5, so one to go on there as it was already in the count. Doesn't make it any easier for Jared to get after that last bowl there of Scotty Guymer's turning that down to just about the centre line. Chris Fleming commenting on how good the Greens are. Can tell you what, they've looked like they were going to slow off for half a second there, and we had a little bit of, oh, not a rain delay, a bit more moisture in the air as well now. Brad, are you a bit worried about that? Strange old night here at Mooney Bonds. I tell you what though, the game is starting to heat up just beautifully. It's an elimination final. There's been absolutely nothing in the overall for the first, well, 30 odd ends. Whittlesea just starting to fire up here on the stream rink. Geordie Yates playing some big bowls as third. Jordan Burley playing pretty solid league game as well. Oh, Nico turns Geordie's bowl up on the way through and makes it at least three. His last bowl will be close to counting as well there. Makes it tricky for Jared as well and sort of covers up the jack. Doesn't give much of an angle at all. So will have to be a bit of a two-bowl play. Try and open this right up with his first. Was real handy with his last drive. Gets it away good. Oh, just clipping the front one. A little bit unlucky not to get anything else on the way through. Oh, definitely only 3. Nothing to play at all. See there, no angle to work with. I think Nico might jump back to the forehand here, try and add another. Draws again on the backhand, it's only increasing the target. Bit of noise across all rinks here for the Eagles. Just dry, starting to fire up. And as things to start to fire up, we've got a little bit of a special guest in the commentary box. He's made his way over. Mr. Robert, if you want to speak, you've got to unmute yourself first. Brady Boy will do it for you. Welcome, mate, into the BVTV commentary box for the first time. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you, Sam, for having us. And first and foremost, thanks to Bowls Vic, Jimmy Whitehead, for the work that we've put in to get the Festival of Bowls up at Mooney Ponds.
Yeah, the Festival of Finals, as you would have seen on Facebook yesterday. Absolutely mouth-watering final series. This is going to be across Prem A and Prem Reserve. We'll talk about in a sec because Jared Davies is in a bit of trouble here. He's driving at the front pack and collects a whole lot of bowls except for the 3 shots, and they pick up another end. And WHITTLESEA on a little bit of a roll here. Robbie, been watching much of this. We've been running around trying to make sure everything's dry for the stream, but
yeah, it's
pushing on through.
Yeah, pushing through. But yeah, how do you like it? How do you like it at the ponds here, Sam?
Yeah, I've played here a little bit in the past. Rob, the greens are always top notch. Facilities inside.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the best.
Done up recently since I've been here last. I haven't been here in probably 12 months or so. It's all joints looking fantastic, and
yeah, wonderful job by our committee, and a few people to thank, but Tony Davis, who's done an amazing job as the Greens Director. So got to thank Tony, and also Nick from True Turf, who's, who maintains our greens, does an amazing job, and also our major sponsor Riverview, who came on board last year. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Both greens will be in action on Sunday here for both Prem A finals. Both 1 o'clock games will be here streaming, same location.
Same location, and we'll have the barbecue going, and the chefs busy cooking up there. So,
yeah, good little crowd starting to come in as well, mate. Plenty of support from the Dandenong guys. The poll's currently underway in the BPO up at Moama, and the Dandenong club in action here as well. WHITTLESEA started to get on top, it feels like it, just in terms of sort of the presence across the green and a bit more noise coming from them and their supporters.
Yeah, they've certainly got a lot of support here tonight. So yeah, we're in for a crackerjack game of bowls.
That's it, and of course back here again tomorrow. So 3 days of action in a row. So the Prem A qualifying final, I guess it is 1v2. Essendon and Fitzroy will be back here tomorrow at 1 p.m.
That's correct, and we're looking forward to hosting those two, and then obviously Premier Deer Park versus Mooney Valley, and Melbourne Bundoora.
Bundy on the green over to our shoulder just here, yep.
So should be fantastic. Thank you.
Another good opening set of bowls from Jordan Burley, and Dan not quite able to back it up. So Steve, who was on commentary before, had a little bit of a roll here this afternoon. He reckons it was running about 15. It's slowed off just a fraction with a few showers that have come through the area that weren't predicted, I don't think, were they? But
no, we looked at the radar, and there's a small one coming through right now. So hopefully this is the end of it, and the weekend looks very, very good, particularly Sunday, which is forecast at 27 degrees. So it should be running at Sweet 16.
Chris Connor just mentioning the Poulter through to the final of BPL 19, so see how they fare. Alright, important bowl here for Matt to get one in the head for Dandenong Club.
Come on, Eagles, keep it up. Going good.
He's just overplayed at a fraction for speed. Comes to an okay home.
Okay. Roll it, mate.
Certainly vocal on the
Back to the live action now. Not sure what we saw there.
You're not wrong there, Sam.
That might have been a replay of the end I missed previously. Brad's got no idea what happened.
Well, I think we're at 30 ends. Is that about 30 ends?
That was about half an hour ago, I reckon, when I ducked off. It was a bit lighter there. Lights are on.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming through now, and yeah, that should be. Looks like a very tight game on our hands. So hopefully it goes down to the last couple of ends, as you said in the opening commentary.
And as always, plenty happening here at Moonee Ponds as well. A bit of barefoot bowls on tonight behind us. Always busy down here on a Friday night, mate.
Yeah, we've certainly been busy on the last couple of weeks, and March looks very busy. But yeah, our focus has been to deliver Premier League to Bowls Victoria, and hopefully it's a good partnership that grows from here.
Very happy to be back for another year for some Premier action in the finals. Of course, Prem Reserve joining us as well this year, on top of Prem A and some Div 1 action last season.
Yeah, it's certainly been an upgrade. So yeah, very good, and hopefully Jimmy's happy. That's the main thing.
I'm sure he's pretty happy watching under the 12s cricket tonight, sat in the car because it's too cold to be out watching himself. Talked to him on the phone. I'm sure he's stoked.
Yes.
I think he'll be back here possibly on Sunday for commentary, although Jimmy and I are both playing in elimination finals tomorrow, so
I think he's in next week from what I heard. So
that probably means Jim's guaranteed to be here on Sunday.
Yeah.
No chance of them winning tomorrow, especially if we skip here Rink, which I believe is true.
Certainly going to be a tight tussle.
All right, so as the skips make their way back to the mat, it's still Jordan Burley's opening lead bowls that hold the two shots. No one else really able to sort of nail it on the draw here. Bit of a loose head. Let's see if Nick can put Jared under some more pressure here. They've picked up the last 3 ends. It's a 6-0 run. It's pretty much the difference in the overall at the moment. Including a 5 that was to go on Jack Woodhouse's Rink over the far end there. That's him drawing a shot again, so they're travelling along nicely. Nico trying to draw forehand. Now, do you have a tip tonight for us, Rob? Because Steve and I are split in the commentary box. Steve's tipped for Whittlesea the win. He's gone by Whittlesea by 3 shots. I've gone with Dandy by 1. Do you have a tip for us?
I've got Dandenong by
decided?
Yeah, Dandenong by 2.
Dandenong by 2
to progress to the next week of the finals, and let's hope they go all the way. Potentially to the grand final, that is.
Yeah. We touched on pretty much any. It's 4 teams left in Prem Reserve this season. Anyone on their day are more than capable than winning their way to the Prem Reserve flag, and more importantly, a spot in Premier A next season as McINTYRE just dropping short. So still only 2. If Jared will back himself to draw this off, or I think that's really the only option he's got. He is backhand draw. Pretty handy weight with his first, and once again he's just thrown that out too deep on that hand there. Just not coming back there. You can easily overplay it just a fraction and get stuck on this side. It's another couple to the Whittlesea Eagles. 4 ends in a row now. It is on the stream Rink. And after 9 ends, they jump out to a 14-5 lead.
Yeah, certainly a little bit of momentum on the TV Rink. So Dandenong needs to pull it back.
Come on!
You can see they're fairly back and forth most of the game across all the rinks. It's just this little bit of momentum that's He picked up 14-5. We touched on earlier, Steve and I, Rob, that we thought the difference might be on the stream rink. Have you seen anyone play here before that you know of, that you've seen in the past? Sure, you've come across a few of these guys.
Yeah, certainly Jordan.
Yep.
Certainly the TV rink.
Yep.
Looks like a point of difference for the evening. At this stage, that's what it appears to be. So definitely Dandenong need to arrest some momentum and definitely just make sure they keep their team in the game. 14-5, 9 shots.
Yep. Michael Stevenson do a pretty nice job next door, because Chris Watts seemed to be up and about early. They've snuffed that out. They lead 8 shots to 5, but it won't matter on the stream rink here, because Jordan Burley's absolutely flying here. Locked in just on this sort of middle length. They're playing sort of Matt halfway up the line and Jack halfway up the line as well.
Yeah, it certainly can get a consistent line and length once you lock it in here at Mooney Ponds. There's no doubt about that.
Yep, she's just sort of stuck to this side of the green closest to where we're sitting tonight, Rob, and played it really, really well. Wonder if we'll see Nick, who's leading, is going back around the clock. Wonder if we'll see him change, going back in this direction, maybe just to take that forehand side away for Jordan. Something to think about, because she's the difference at the moment.
Yeah, that side does play a little narrower than the... so, interesting there. Looks like a good ball coming in here.
Jack Woodhouse up and about on the far ring. They've put 4 ends in a row together. All of a sudden, this overall for the first time this evening has jumped out so much that it's now in excess of 10 shots. 34-23. Still only through to 33 ends. There's plenty more action to be played out, and Dan Burley getting right after this one. Realises he's dropped his pen on the scorecard on the way through and run all the way through.
Happy with that one.
Might have even dropped his phone out his package. We don't have scorecards anymore in Prem Reserve, Rob, as you may have noticed throughout this season.
That's correct.
All the Prem A and Prem Reserve guys on top of the live scoring for season 23-24. Continuing tonight. Wombat just drifting on through. Alrighty, how good's your bowls knowledge here, Roberto? I'll test you out. What's Jordan going to play here? He's already holding a couple. What's the go?
I think he might be coming in on his backhand.
All right.
One would think.
Yeah, I think that's what they've decided on there. A little bit of a discussion. Don't want to give the Dandenong guys any more of a target. It's already a pretty good setup the way it is.
Something preferably at the back, I would say.
Yeah, anything past the jack's pretty handy. We've called that right, Rob. Geordie Yates on the backhand side here. Just trying to draw another shot more than anything. Pass is a bonus. Not past the jack, but has enough run to add to the count.
That's
Fall
3.
down onto the line. Handy indeed. Yeah, you can see across all the rinks, Rob, the tightness of the heads, shot making, thanks to how good the greens are playing here.
Yeah, it's second to none.
Just to land for any shots to be played, any sort of weight you like.
Absolute true surface. Simple as that.
Alright, so WHITTLESEA once again just on top in this end. Just outplaying Dandenong here in the middle, or early middle part of this game.
looking for 4.
Yeah, it's just more bowls in the head. That's all it is at this stage. I think you can see Nico there indicate backhand, add a couple foot, try and count and get past the jacks, a bonus as well here. Glad to hear Brad Janner won't be down at Sunbury tomorrow. He'll be playing bowls here representing Fitzroy Victoria.
Correct.
Last time he came to watch the old Glenroy boys in action, that didn't go so well, so all the best tomorrow. Yeah, Geordie does well.
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah, Scotty not far away, doesn't impact the head though, and they still throw down. Plenty of support for Kyle Williams, a couple rinks over. Momentum definitely in their favour. That's starting to be reflected on the overall scoreboard as well here.
Whittlesea's extremely vocal. I think Dandenong need to raise the bar in terms of just volume and encouragement.
Yeah, that's it. It's hard to do though. Got to back that up with some bowls in the hand and allow the backhand to.
That's correct.
Make some shots. Nico's not far away here. Just has to have the right pace to clear the front. Well, I'll tell you what, it's actually going to drift across into a pretty annoying spot if you're Jared Davies here. That's probably the line he would have liked to take on the forehand draw. Once again, there's not really any really good angles to hit. Those front bowls are... You can see the front green and nicks, that's a good metre and a half short of the jack. So relying on a little bit of fortune if he hits that to get the right result.
Problematic, to say the least.
All right, you're 1 from 1 so far. What's Jared going to do here, Rob?
Potentially, I think, well, he's looking for a wick.
Try and drive or try and play
or
a bit less weight and just trying to arrive.
Well, I think he'll draw on the forehand.
I think on that one, last comment there, he might be trying to go pretty firm at the last bowl on Nix and try and middle that through the jack. If he flicks either side, he's guaranteed himself to open something up for his next. There you go, he's going to try and smack Nick's last bowl, try and get that through the jack. Tough shot. What did he come up with? Oh, just missing wide, and probably didn't want to miss on that side either. If he missed the other side of that bowl, he's guaranteed to potentially opening something up. Makes it very, very tricky now. Back to Nick. All he's got to do is make sure he doesn't give something for Jared to work with, because this is a very good, well, what is it, 3, maybe even 4 they hold. Jordan Burley's one out to the left isn't far from counting either.
Going the backhand, Sam, or you think he might look for the forehand?
Not sure, Robbie. I think as long as he plays the right way and it doesn't leave anything jack high for Jared to work off, is probably the key. Shaping up on his forehand here. Doesn't love it out the hand. Geordie's half interested. Needs a clear run now.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What a shot that is from Nick McINTYRE. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
What a bowl. Just the perfect pace to draw that one off. Adds a 4th in. Now this is all Whittlesea here on the live stream right now.
Yeah, dominating at the
boy
moment.
there on top. Jared Davies needs to come up with something here. This is a tough shot in itself. Got to try and fly at Jordan's front one here.
Margin for error is minimal.
Geordie Gates, that is. Blue and white bowl. Close. Oh. Unlucky result. But it's another 3 to Whittlesea. Right on top. as we complete N10 on the stream, Rink, and that brings us just about halfway through. Robbie, thanks for jumping on, mate.
Thank you very much, Sam. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to the next 4 days. And yeah, Moonee Ponds Bowls Club, place to be.
That's it, mate. Good on you. Thanks for jumping on. All the best for the rest of the final series. Love having you back here at Moonee Ponds, and the Greens are playing absolutely beautifully. It's Whittlesea and Dandenong Club, the elimination final here through 34 ends. 37-24 lead. And on the stream rink here, now through 10 ends, add that one on, 17-5 the way of Nick McINTYRE. Jordan Burley playing a great league game. Geordie Yates backing up beautifully, and Nick McINTYRE just throwing in a shot every now and then when he feels like it, including the last one. Tell me what, if there's one rink that's on top, it's Alan Veach's rink, and he's just played another good one there. They've only conceded 3 ends. They lead 7-4, which doesn't seem a margin, but the way the game's going would indicate that Dandy Club are on top.
What did I miss, Sammy? A bit by the looks of it.
Well, yeah, you haven't missed anything because you've been watching the whole time, so don't lie to me. Whittlesea are absolutely on top here on the stream rink, Spud. And it's all starting with Jordan Burley. The dead end count's still at 1, although could argue
Jared have a couple of pings, mate.
Could argue the last one of JD's was a little bit unlucky not to get it through the shot bowls and through the jack.
You said this was going to be the key, this rink, mate. 17-5 is about the difference in the game.
Yeah, and everything else is cancelling each other out. It's just this rink at this stage. And Nick falls short there, and once again, Jordan Burley wins the lead battle.
She's played well.
Played really good. Just sticking to this.
Looks a bit better here.
This side of the green. Dan Bells has played this superbly. That's the ultimate shot. On top of the jack. Just too good at the moment, Spud.
Yep. Jack Woodhouse's rink's got away a bit too, mate.
Yeah, although Chris Payne have responded with a couple of ones.
Good response here too. Very good shot. That helps a lot. I saw Vici play a couple of good ones, Sammy. Bit of cover here.
Yeah, get in early. Why not the way the shape of the head has turned out?
This rink just probably need to score, Sam, if they can. Stop the rod a bit.
Yeah, stop the rod and sort of, as soon as they get off this length, it's just a Matt half up the line and a jack half up the line. There's nothing sort of, nothing else to it. Just a
even
pretty
if they
middle
do
sort of
get
length,
it,
mate.
Bring the mat right up. You got to try something, play the pit. Sort of not going to happen on its own.
Hang on, mate. Good shot. Good shot.
She's having a good look at this. What's he done? Oh, jeez. Very, very stiff.
Doesn't make you excited. You've lost the plot. You. If you're ever at a venue where the BVTV streams are, make sure to come over to the commentary box. Introduce yourself to Brad. He's a bit of a lunatic, but he does a good job and we do love him. But every now and then, you know, just question Are you okay? No, no, no.
Might have been that hamburger, mate. Might have been something.
What was in there? Do you have that hamburger?
Might have got that funny mustard.
Two thumbs up from Brad.
Yeah,
Scotty Goma, great shot.
Got one here, Dandy, haven't they, Sammy?
Yeah, it might nearly be a... I was going to say maybe nearly a couple. It's sort of a tricky little angle to tell. Watching live from where sitting, it probably looks one easily, but looking back at the camera, it sort of looks a little bit closer the way that jack's situated. So, for the first time in a long time, Jordan Yates steps on the mat. Not holding shot.
Gonna play way, didn't he? No.
Doesn't look to be shaping up that way.
He's having a good look.
Yeah,
at
no, having a fair crack.
Just gonna come under, mate. What's he gonna...
Any contact?
Jack? No, good shot.
Yeah, good shot. Gets the jack down the line.
Beautiful wide.
Jordan
Give
Burley,
his ball a chance.
clearly more experienced than anyone else out there, has positioned that perfectly early on, and that's the bowler tented up shot once again.
Never hurts to get behind.
Has it all worked out at the moment. Just way ahead of the game. Alrighty, Scotty Goma asking for this one just to ease up. Looks to be going through.
Nick could be really happy just ticking over the ends. Wayne Longs played quite an aggressive lead bowl. He's played a good one though.
I was going to say, I didn't know whether that was...
It's actually
At
funny.
least it was arriving.
There's a funny, actually I heard Bryce Young comment our game against Altona. Seems he was calling his own shots and playing his own shots, and Bryce had a little dig. Good reply from Danny there though. Geez, Jack Woodhouse is on one knee over there. Mojo likes it.
Fair attempt by Nico just to turn the shot bowl closer over the jack.
Still only 8 shots, Sam. They've
Yeah.
pegged it back a bit, mate.
Just mentioning while you were going, Spud, that Michael Stevenson's rink
Yeah,
next door
snuck
for
away.
as
Yep.
good as it looked like Chris Watt was going. It's just
Yep.
quieting down a little bit next door. They lead 9-6 and the Allen featuring through 10 ends. They've won 7 ends to 3 and it's reflected in a 10-4 lead.
Jared's
On the
asked
scoreboard.
next to come in, but just happens when you're under the pump end after end, mate. Yeah, doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, been forced to play a lot of weight as well the last couple of ends when being down, so
Jeez, Nick's
just needs to run it.
a few of them, Nick, hadn't he?
Yeah.
Been right on target, just lacking that couple of foot. Big bowl here from Jared. Needs a whopper. It's just going again, mate.
Let's see, get back to the line. Just overplayed it for weight. That was all. Another end. Another end to Whittlesea here. It's a big run of momentum.
You tipped this, mate. The stream rink was going to be the...
Yeah, I wasn't brave enough to tip it which way it was going to go, but...
You're on the fence. That's all right. Well known for it.
Oh, wow. Not surprising to see a few of your teammates down here watching a stream on the Friday night. They don't miss much, do they?
Nah, they've got nothing better to do in their lives, mate.
Joshy Rennick's set up inside. That's James Federico over there as well,
Yes.
isn't it? Yep.
Our luxury 3, mate.
Just down the road, Mooney Ponds BC hosting the first final for Festival of Finals out here for season 23-24. Elimination final tonight. Whittlesea and Danny. Whittlesea 39-30 on the big board. Just about through halfway now.
Just got to hang in here, Danny. Hang in, get it to 3 or 4. It's pretty good to get here, Geordie. Good shot. Played well.
Played well. I was touched on it a few times. It's just stuck to this side closest to where City on, and Nick's playing backhand around the clock. Mention it while you're going up. Wouldn't mind seeing Nico changing over to the forehand on this side just to
Unless you're
just to
Aaron
see what
Sheriff,
happened.
mate, if I was Lloyd, I'd be playing one side of the green.
Yeah.
Even as good as this green is, mate, there's differences in the side. So
Yeah,
if
definitely,
you're playing
yeah.
backhands, bit holdy this side, and then you get the other hands turned. That's exactly what's happened there. Always the first rule, I reckon. Yeah, around the clock leading. Probably not the greatest idea.
Is it worth it in the pit for two?
Robbie Miller over here wants to play some sort of shot. I think he's holding one, but wants to put it in the pit for two.
Yeah,
Close out the end.
Not sure whose bowlers at the back there. Could even be Dandenong holding shot. They've got a toucher in the ditch.
He's having a crack.
They might have a couple of seconds. Keep an eye on that as Dan Burley jumps onto the mat for Whittlesea.
Not much noise,
Yeah,
mate.
Robbie doesn't like that. Missing.
Good bowl in the area. Does your tipping comp still go for the final, Sam, or?
Yeah, only because JT and Jim decided it was going
Of
to.
course, you're obviously in front.
I was happy either way.
Gee, that's desperation.
Outvoted 2-1, but still happy to continue on.
Who'd you tip in the Prem games? Prem A. You would have gone Deer Park, did you?
Bundura
You've gone Bundy, yeah.
and Deer Park.
Yeah, so I heard you tip. I heard you on the commentary. You picked Deer Park against us at home. I thought it was a bit ordinary, Sammy.
I'm in good form though.
Okay.
I'll tip against you, and you
That
guys just
doesn't-
seem to fire up. So I'm not sure what gets said pre-game or just during the week or in the team huddle, but
That doesn't bode
seems
well.
to fire
If you
all up
tip
and
'em
get the
well.
job done.
No, it should be.
Imagine if
I
I tip you guys every week. Far out.
I haven't tipped us once this year, mate. We had our own little tipping comp. In the first week, I actually picked Yarraville, so I decided to run with that. And
No, you're tipping under the kiss of death this season,
yes,
aren't you?
yes. No, I come second last. I was happy with that.
That's a good effort then.
Was running last for a long period.
All right, Shorty Yates on the forehand here. Dan Burley looks
Jeez,
very,
he's
yeah,
playing Mantis
Very-
position there.
very interested. Shorty doesn't quite get the right contact and runs away from the jack. Still, it's Danny holding on to shot.
Stephanie, geez, he was close there.
Wow, that was unlucky. Back toucher and peeled the shot bowl off clean. Jack stayed
Still
where it
down.
was.
I think Jared would really like to win an end here, mate. Get the troops together, have a
Yep.
chat about it, look at the length.
Well, there's time left. There's 40 ends to play, just 9 shots in it. Margin all of a sudden got out to around this 10-shot lead for Whittlesea, and then is just hovered around here the last 20 minutes or so. Alan Veach doing a very nice job, a couple rinks over against Robbie Miller.
Chris Watts moved the jack there. I don't know what that's done.
Oh, that's a Dandenong bowl for one down.
Okay.
And it's... when you've dropped the last 4 ends in a row,
I don't think you
don't
need
really
to be
need to be doing that. Yeah, so it's 5 ends in a row now to Michael Stevenson on the Rink next door. Just a single though.
They've got it under 10, mate.
Correct. 40 plays 32. Johnny Roberts just making sure he's got the overall score at the venue all up to date. Of course, he's relying on me to put it all into the computer here correctly.
He's
Brave man, clearly.
He's waiting for an umpire as
Maybe he's checking on the fact that I've got it correct.
Definitely making more noise, Whittlesea, when they play a big one.
Yeah, don't expect them to be the louder team anyway. Just yeah.
I think they've got that makeup, haven't they?
Yeah. Sort of being in these sort of positions a few more times. Gee, Geordie's got both. Oh, jeez, he flicks one out. It's a good shot either way. Didn't miss the back one by a mile either. That's a cracking attempt.
Looking for a trail here, mate. There's a good shot in the backhand here for 4. Need one of these. He's going to be tired again. He doesn't want to eat that pink in. Yates just come over to us, happy with the result he just got. Wayne Long, jeez. Got the trotting leader. He's played a good one. Saw Longy before the game, Sammy. He's had the fly spray out. He had every gadget in the bag you could imagine. I can't find me measured
The fly spray?
He had the fly spray out, mate. Like, I can't find a measure rag or chalk in my bag.
I want to make sure I rock up with 2 bowls most weekends, to be honest, but never mind making sure I've got my fly spray. Jack Woodhouse, big hit on the far rink, gets the kill. Jack out of bounds, they'll restart.
I've rocked up with no bowls before, mate. Only twice. At least I had an excuse. When I played ball, I said, well, I didn't have any bowls. Don't think I got away with it, though.
A few questions coming in tonight about where Premier Reserve Grand Final will be played if Dandenong happen to win tonight. And then when they get progress into the Grand Final, I can tell you it won't be at Dandenong.
That's fair.
Venue still TBC. That's if they make it to the Grand Final, of course. So watch this space. What we can't watch, though, is Jared Davies' bowl coming down as Wombat just ensures we can't see JD draw the shot, but there it is now, holding on to one, so he's played that well. Just
great shot, probably been one of his better bowls and we couldn't see it.
Yeah, it fell off the shot bowl and did well.
I'm a bit worried, mate. I'm on it on Sunday on the live stream and yeah.
Well, you should be right. You should be right.
I should know the drill.
As a man who's now sat behind the mic and experienced what it's like when we can't see it.
Yes, I'll be a pain.
Tune in from home then, yeah.
I've been avoiding that. I was hoping you'd put someone else on.
About time we got to see Mr. Snap go to work. I've heard he's in some pretty handy form.
He has been absolutely brilliant, mate. I don't want to moz him. He's been sensational.
Tell you what, Nico's not miles away here, Spud.
Pink, what's it going to do?
Wow, he could have got a much better result than that. I'll tell you what.
Have they got Sam?
Well,
they've got
I reckon they've got a couple.
It's the front one.
Oh, the way.
Even their back one's close to counting there too, mate, on the side there.
The blue one or the green one out to the side? Yeah.
As I said, the angle, they've definitely got 2. Jared plays another big one here.
He'd be pretty happy to throw in the third here if we can. This should be a handy pickup to get the overall right back.
Got a nice clear run.
To within a few shots.
Confident, mate.
Bit of breeze picking up here.
He's played this pretty good.
Just needs to get inside Nick's bowl here. No gaps.
I think it's going to count, mate.
Oh, it's got back to the centre line. I don't know if that's counting or not. One. Was it?
It can't be.
I'm pretty confident that was only the one. Clearly the team instructions were pretty straight up.
I'd be getting them.
Matt all the way back.
I think it's a good opportunity. Doesn't always work, but I just have that break.
So Geordie Yates' front bowl must have been second that whole time.
Gee whiz. Didn't look at Sammy. Did not look.
They had to put it on the scoreboard, so I'm just going off the fact that Karen Davies signalled one over towards me as he made his way back down the other end.
He should know he's skipping the rink, mate. He should know what it was.
I wouldn't be so certain.
No.
It was just the one that guys have put it on the live score out for us, so one confirmed. Breaks the run of, what is it, 6 ends in a row.
Needed that. Even for the team, 8 shots. Good shot from Geordie.
Overall margin sits at 7. 46 ends played on the overall. Loser, it's season over. There's elimination, Prem Reserve final. Under the lights here at Moonee Ponds Bowls Club.
There's a few here, Sammy. It's built up a little bit.
Yeah, same before. There's a few inside, a few locals, and a few over the other side. A bit of support for Whittlesea, a bit of support for the Dandenong club. A word coming through that the Pulse have snuck through to the BPL final as well. So a big night for Dandenong club.
Watching a bit of that. Gary Kelly was in pretty good form, mate. And Barry Lester was in there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Gus are never far away in these sort of events.
Loves it. Loves it.
Just having a look. The Pulse will play the winner of Sydney or Moreton Bay. That'd be.
Well, Sydney sort of
handy
just
little
snuck in
game
there
there,
their
wasn't
last. They stormed home to make it, and Moreton Bay were well on top for a long period of it and dropped a few games. So it's an interesting format, Sammy. One big bowl can make a huge difference in that format.
Indeed.
Get the power play happening.
Get the power play going. You might only have to win a couple ends. Yep.
Why don't we do that? One power play in a game at Pennant.
I always thought about that.
Oof.
Could get
That'd
interesting.
be too complicated, mate.
Nominate a few kills every now and then. Nominate 1 kill every, what, 3 or 4 ends?
Not with my driver, mate. I think there'll be too many kills.
No, for you to get it up to your predicted 5 dead ends this game, and there's been 1 in the first 12.
Why did I say that? I thought that at the time. You said 2, didn't you?
I've said 2. That's looking.
Yeah, you're looking real good.
It's looking real good, and the 1 dead end was hit by none other than Scotty Guymer playing third.
Yep, could have got hundreds. It can happen. Just a fraction toward him.
Dan asking for this one to hold. It's doing its best too. It's held a mile.
Yes.
Gets a pretty friendly rub. Although it does sit up jack high. Could have easily fell down. So still something for Scotty to play out here down on the back end. That last bowl about a bowl short.
Who's on it next door, Sammy? Can you tell me?
No. No, I can't.
It's a back hopper.
No, and I usually go off the...
Dark green.
Been going off the stickers a fair bit tonight.
Yep.
Spun, but the way that bowl was sat down, there's no stickers facing the ground and the sky, which is making things very tricky. But Chrissy Watt's having a good look at what to do, so possibly down. A bit of traffic as well.
He's scheming something, so I'd say they're down.
Scotty Mortimer up on the backhand side as predicted, trying to sit this last bowl through. Looks to have okay weight for it, just needs a clear road.
He's going to get the wrong part of it.
Oh, managed to sneak all the way under, as you can see.
Great weight for the shot.
Nice weight, just jack high. Can probably afford to play an extra foot or 2 to give himself a chance to trail the jack right through.
Robbie Miller's just gone for about 15 bowls there.
I just caught the very last bit of that.
I reckon I'm rolled by 15 too, because it was the last bowl the end, Sammy. Dandenong had won that end. Beachy's trying to get them up and about. They've won a few in a row, Sammy. Can you tell me how many?
Yeah, until that one, now that Whittlesea have the mats, bud.
I know the spell, mate.
I thought the same as you, the way Roy Miller went through the gap with his last and the
Hands
reaction
and
from the
head,
players.
Veach's
Yeah.
clapping. They're not doing us any favours, mate.
No, not at all. Tell you what, Geordie Yates
Yeah.
is doing the Whittlesea Eagles plenty of favours. He's
Yeah, he's
played,
played solid, hasn't
yeah, solid. Very handy to have his third in a
Yep.
game like this. Although what it has done, as good as that bowl was, increases the target. Scotty can definitely afford to play some more weight at this. So that if you
Just
play
outside,
more
Jesus.
weight, you end up getting stuck out on this hand. Not
happened
for
a
the
bit,
first
hasn't it?
time tonight. Nope.
Stays up though. Got that right.
Go for a coxie, nail it. Happy? Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Keep it going now, Rink. Come on.
Hi. I'll have one. Yeah.
Well done. Come on, well done.
Good shot of you for Jared.
Good that.
Interesting to see what weight he actually plays.
Only a foot, coxie.
Nice swing. Is he going to get down? Another one behind, see what Nick does here. Brad just brought up the stream rink there. It's at 6 to the last 7. Nick showing a bit of respect here. Yeah, it's a very good shot. Show it a bit more in here. Just need to get down a fraction. Good effort. Nick just having a good look there. See if there's anything on for a number.
Come on, can you get? Hey, mate, just a foot. Number one in. Come on, mate. Go, go. Get him on.
He's played this pretty good. A little touch of the jack. Good shot. 3 or 4. Good weight again from Geordie. Definitely got the upper hand on the up front here. Whittlesea.
Weight's awesome.
Come on, Eagles, keep it up. Going good.
Go on, what? Let go again. Go Eagles!
Starting to put on a bit of a clinic here.
Keep it up, Eagles.
Stifford fell out.
Big one here, mate.
Alrighty, Spudeth, another into the Whittlesea Eagles. They wrestled that back fairly quickly.
Yep.
It was a 3 in the end, was it?
3 or 4, mate.
Mr. Wayne Long standing right in front of the scoreboard for us.
Couldn't be more central to it, mate.
Come back, get this. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Mr. Jack Thompson, but apparently I'm sitting with the royalty tonight, Spud. He wants to know, is this the same Wayne Adamo who used to be full forward for North under 19s?
Oh.
Come on, come
I
on,
can't
give us
remember.
something.
I can't remember.
Can't remember. Okay.
No, I did
We'll
play,
save it for another day.
did play 2 under 19s grand finals.
There you
in the
go.
1920s,
There
somewhere
you go.
around that era.
1920s.
Kick 7 in both, mate, if the viewers need to know.
Just took the Mickey out of the ovens of Murray Footy League there for a little while as well, didn't you?
Got a couple, mate. Got a couple. No, it's good fun. That's why I'm hobbling around on the bowls. these days,
that's why he'll be back here Sunday playing a bit of.
I always said
a
there
bit
was
of
no
Premier
going
League
to the
action.
beach or icing up after the game, mate. It was the ice in the ouzo and coke after the game. So, no, all good fun. Paying for it now, but it's all good. Got to be close here, Sammy. Deserves a result. Got a perfect.
Yeah,
great
well
shot.
played, well, Matt. Played the
Great
nice
shot.
way to sit that ball through.
Rightio, big fella. You ready?
What shades he got for us? Geez, that wind just come up then, Sam.
Yeah, it sure did. It was pretty fresh as well, but that's pretty cool indeed.
Robbie Miller's played a good one there. Beachy's under a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, a couple ends around the place you'll see on the scoreboard for Whittlesea. A couple of ends just finishing up, and it's about a game high lead of 13. Another end to Robbie Miller by looks of things across the board.
Looks like 2, mate, but
Just look to be well on top across the joint. What's Danny's best chance of getting back into the game now, Spud? Where's it coming from? Because
it's hard to say, but it's
like VG was obviously easy to go off the scoreboard. That they were the best performing Rink so far, but haven't really got away on the scoreboard like Nick McINTYRE has here.
Just evidence playing a little bit of wide here. I've got a feeling he's down too, mate. He's gonna miss wide. Yeah, they need a spark from somewhere. 13, 15 shots is not insurmountable, but you can't just keep meandering along. It's just not going to happen on its own. So someone's got to provide something. It feels like we're in the Alps, Sammy. It's
What is
got real
this?
fresh,
This is,
mate. Oh, gee whiz.
Fair contrast to last night where I was. It was close to 40 degrees
I think I'll make me bill a bit high for tonight, mate. I'll chuck a couple of zeros on top of it. It's Nick done.
Sure, work something out. Jeez, he's nailed the line on that hand. He just fell short and probably falls down. Doesn't make it any worse. Still a track there to get back to the jack in time.
Jared's got 2, Nick's got 1. So good to see Jared draw another one in, put a little bit of heat on Nick. He's had it as the rain starts coming, mate. A good line, Sam. Let's get past Nick's front one. I think he's going to count.
Settle in now, Spud.
Yeah,
Rink back to the line.
Yeah, gives him no target.
What a shot.
Mate.
Oh, that's pretty impressive indeed.
Yep. Hard. I reckon Nick is going to play weight on the forehand through that bowl to get the jack. Too hard to draw though. Oh no, he's going.
Here's some angles on the backhand. There's.
I like his bowl through the jack on the forehand. Nick's leading 21-6. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you can sort of see on the side angle there's
he's got a
fair bit of space between all those bowls, looking for some sort of plant. It's going to be a tough shot.
Guts.
Yeah, it needs to get the right contact.
Doesn't he, on both sides?
Yep. Shaping up with a forehand there, Spud. He might be onto something here. Nico McINTYRE, couple down, big weight after it. Well, could have got a better result than
as
that.
I said, he had the belly above.
Yeah.
Jared just needs to go back and play exactly the same bowl.
Yeah, if he
give
can
the
do
Rink
a bigger team lifter, that's it. Yep.
This is the spark I'm talking about.
Get him going.
Pick up 3 or 4 here, mate. Gets the other, the other Rink's look across. Exactly the same bowl. Oh, he shook his hand. It's not horrific, is it, Sam? Just a fraction over.
Yeah, not horrific, but not quite enough to make the count. It was fractionally over. A foot over, if that. Alright, so 2 it is.
So Andy, yep, I like this. They're going to have a chat, mate. I reckon they should have done a couple ends earlier.
21-8. So after end 14. Margin 14 overall with 32 ends to play.
Need to get done to 10 here.
Yeah, that's it. That's all on the stream, Rink. You called this early, and that's the way it's proved to be. Still time though. Still time for
plenty of time.
Dandenong guys up the front just to jump on just for the next half hour and build a couple real good heads for a couple ends in a row.
Yep.
And see if WHITTLESEA good enough to respond. Yep.
Plenty of times before, Sam, this year. 15 shots, nothing.
As this weather continues to deteriorate the longer the evening goes on.
I need that North Melbourne duffel coat from the 1980s, Sam. He come in handy now, mate. Looks like they're going, try to go pit to pit there. Just rolled the jack a fraction short of that.
Yeah, so Matt all the way back. Let's see what they can come up with here. Nico sticking to this backhand around the clock. In the game.
Line was good. Geordie's played this side all night.
Just going a little bit quiet across the greens, but just as we Start to enter the last 30 ends of this elimination final. Loser goes home. Winner plays the loser of Essendon and Fitzroy Victoria. That's to be played back here tomorrow, 1 p.m.
You give me a tip on that, Sam? Fitzroy Essendon?
Yeah, I think Essendon will get the job done, but I think Fitzroy will go with them for a
I'll go against you.
part of the game.
They haven't got their fly-ins, Essendon. Their side looks
Yeah, correct.
a little bit different. As I said, I reckon Fitzroy are the form team, to be honest. I reckon they've won at least their last 5. They were looking...
They would have been pretty
just
happy.
outside, though. Actually, I think they were 4 for Christmas, and they definitely won their last 4.
Would have been pretty happy if you said at the start of the season, give yourselves a double chance.
Oh,
First weekend of the finals, finish top 2, given the
you can afford to have an
tightness
average
of this
game,
competition,
can't you?
what it's been this year. Yeah.
Get another go at it. So I assume that's going to be back here, Sammy, next week?
Yeah. So all the other grand finals, everything you hold here at Moonee Ponds Bowls Club.
What day is that, Sammy? Can you tell me?
Which game's that?
The Prem Reserve. The winner tonight and the loser tomorrow.
Prelim, I'm pretty sure we put it up on Saturday. Let's have a look.
Saturday or Friday night? We should have given you a bit of notice on that.
Alright, so Wombat opened the jack right up. Deliberately, I don't think. He needs to correct with his second. Nailed the line. Still room for the shot to be drawn. Premier Reserve prelim final is what I thought it was originally. Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Next Saturday. And then the Premier A prelim next Friday night. Back here, 7 p.m. Game to be live streamed. Dan Burls, you can see the ball just come into screen now. Settles in enough for shot, as we can see there.
Bit of room, doesn't have to change much here. Out of foot.
The following weekend will be both grand finals. Same as the last couple of seasons, Spud. The Prem Reserve, or what was Divi 1 a few seasons ago, but Prem Reserve final in the morning. On the Sunday, down at Dandenong Club, depending if Dandenong Club make it or not. That may change. And then the Premier A final in the afternoon, around a 4 p.m. start.
Be happy if I'm putting the bowls in the boot that day, mate.
Always draws
out to Dandy.
Always draws a big crowd. I reckon we're half a chance of seeing you boys there, but finals actions, but you just never know what's going to happen.
As I said, both teams, us and Deer Park, get a crack to get there. We get 2 chances, which is good. Good rubber do it in your first go at it, so it should be a ripper. 2 games we've had against them been
Don't think
down the last bowl, basically.
Yeah. How good was that the other week, Matthew O'Brien?
Don't worry.
Probably
we've heard about it, mate. Don't worry.
Back and forwards all game on the overall. Just could have gone either way. Looked like Deer Park had just about done it with about 4 or 5 ends left on the overall, and then...
Yeah, Nugget played a absolute hell against Lynch. He was quite a few down, got shot, and then I think next minute J-Boy whacked the 2 bowls out left. Kane Nelson, couple down, he come and drew the shot. Matty O'Brien picked up a couple, and then we got 2 in the last end. I'm sure plenty of people who watch these games have watched that last bowler.
I watched it back a few times.
Actually, the commentary was good, Sammy. You and Jim.
Jim was pretty happy with his efforts, I think.
He didn't have money on it, did he, Jimmy?
No.
It sounded like he had, but you
know what it did do at that time? It kept him in the tipping. Yes.
No, you could tell there was a bit of bias. No doubt.
Kept him in the tipping comp. Not for much longer, though. Well,
that's a ripping bowl. He had. He could only play 2 or 3 foot of weight, too, Matty O'Brien, to sit that bowl and stay. So I think Matty Bowes went for a hole that wasn't there of his last bowl.
all of a sudden this jack got punched out into the open, And fair to say that WHITTLESEA have outplayed them so far because they hold 3. And there's a line of Dandenong bowls in the way to get through and not a lot of room to draw this.
No, hard shot out to the peg too, Sam.
Jared plays something a little bit different and maybe search up through the 3 front bowls. They don't have to go far to get shot. Maybe even a bit more in a sort of stun and run.
It's probably an easier shot than drawing it, Sam, here. Like, there is room, but you get out in that peg line and
Yeah,
straight.
if he tries to play dead draw weight and crashes any of the front, it doesn't improve the situation. So it'll be interesting to see what Jared decides to play here.
Just having a good think about it.
They changed up the length. Jack got spat out into the open.
Oh, here we go. Here's a dead end.
Rightio.
Let's go for it, Jared. Come on.
Oh, that's missed by absolutely nothing.
And changed.
That is unbelievable. That hasn't got the jack on the way through. Hasn't created a port on the forehand to make it any easier to draw. And he's cleared a couple of his front bowls out that could have been there to be used.
Hey, you would have liked that too.
Can't drive again as they only have one anywhere near it really within what 3-4 metres. So Nick McINTYRE, yeah, chance to now had a 4th himself.
Jared's only got 1 left too, mate.
I know there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go, but this is a very, very big end if WHITTLESEA can hold a number here.
Well, he's going to count here, mate. He's going to count. That'll be the box.
Well, maybe it wasn't hard to draw the shot. Just had to do that.
Not based on that.
How easy did he make that look, Spud?
He's going to have to play the backhand.
Such a tough shot.
Backhand draw, drive to take a few out, mate. That's all I can see. Does it line up, Sam?
That's going to be a tricky shot to play. I don't... whatever he picks is going to be a tough shot the way the head lies. Right, there is room there on the backhand. I just wonder if there's a few times he's played backhand back towards this direction tonight and got caught out wide. Don't know if he'll be thinking about that.
If he tries and hits that front wide, I reckon that's going to go onto that yellow, mate. Really, if you're really lucky, could go on the black blue, but it's a big decision here. Because he can probably... That hand's turned enough to get in there, mate, to get second shot. Not like he can get shot in the backhand, but... Yeah, glad he's playing it.
Yes, I think we can both agree on that. I don't think give any indication of...
No, didn't say anything, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see a backhand draw, but I don't know if that's what he'll go with after driving the first time.
No.
He's going to try and search for this on the backhand. Gee, this is a mighty tough shot. Doesn't hate it. Needs to turn more.
Just that pace. Probably a bit undecided there, mate. Didn't want to be short. I think we'll just see Nick back on this forehand, mate. This is going to hurt too. 4 or 5 here, mate. You're getting in dangerous territory. 30 to go. Getting close to 20 behind.
Vic Open entries closing up Sunday nights, bud. Get your entries in.
This Sunday, Sammy?
This Sunday, entries all close up, and then pretty much as soon as Pennant finishes up for the season in a couple of weekends' time, we're off down to the host club Strowgren and Morwell as Nick McINTYRE stops in time. And that could be a season-defining pickup. It's 5 shots and the margin is out to just about 20.
Yeah, I know it can change, but it's really getting dangerous territory.
Couple more to go on Jack Woodhouse's rink on the far end as well.
funny how season can turn, Sammy. Like Dandenong really were level with Essendon at Christmas, I think. Top two, it looked like they were probably going to finish top two. So lose a couple of games in a row.
Yeah, both sides
fall down real quick.
Both sides ended up finishing with 8 wins on the season, although.
I've got a feeling Danny lost their last 3, mate. I could be wrong.
A couple of draws. That was including last round where they actually played Whittlesea away. Whittlesea snuck away with a 4-shot win.
4 shots.
Fitzroy overturned Dandenong. They played at home.
Yep.
So did Lilydale against Dandy. They played away that day. In fact, Dandenong's last win was around 11 against Essendon at home.
Last 3. Yeah, well, that's a huge win.
Just really shows that in Prem Reserve this season, literally anyone on the day.
I remember looking at Lilydale. If they actually had beaten Whittlesea a couple of weeks ago, they were probably in the box seat to play finals too. Whittlesea would have been out of it, so.
Of course, Whittlesea went over to Lilydale on the carpet there and
come from behind
got the win that day. Yep.
I'm sure they were behind most of that game too.
So there's a little bit more momentum on the season with the Eagles, and that's continued here tonight. As you can see, 20 shots the margin on the big board now.
We had that patch, Sam. We beat Clayton by 2, Deer Park by 1. I've got to think of the other game. We won by 2. So we won 3 games. We won by a total of 5 shots, 3 consecutive weeks. Lose all of them 3 and we're probably 4th on the ladder. What the hell's Angels going past? Can't see much happening, Sammy, though. There's no... I don't know.
There hasn't been most of the night, even when it was real close in the first 25-30 ends, when the game was there up for grabs for someone to take hold of the game.
Oh, great shot. Early there.
The Stream Rink here were the first to put their hands up, and away they went. Opened up a 26-8 lead after 15, and with the margin being just, well, I was going to say just 20.
I'd like to know, Sammy, since Christmas, I did that game out at Bundoora. What was the live stream rink there? Well, it ended up about 15, but they got to a 20-shot lead. I think you did
Gary Kelly for Bundoora up against
Shawnee
Ingham from Deer Park. And
you had our game, Matty O'Brien versus Aaron Wilson. That was about 24 shots or something like that.
Yeah, would have been close to it by the end, yep.
It's amazing, the stream rink. I hope it's not like that on Sunday.
Well,
or it depends which way it is, but I don't think Amer's going to be chucking them sideways here, mate. It's funny how it happens, though, isn't it? Still plenty of noise from Whittlesea. They're egging himself on.
Yeah, still to get the job done. I tell you what, it's been fairly tight contest. Just quite low scoring in the other 3 rinks tonight. Sparta across the board, like 11-9 the way of Michael Stevenson next door through 15. Not many shots there to speak of. Alan Veach was on top early, but wasn't really picking up the numbers to...
Had them tight ends though too.
Yeah, correct.
Looking across, mate, they're sort of 1s, 2s.
They've just started to even out, and Jack Woodhouse has picked up a couple of numbers. I mean, really, they picked up a 5 about midway through their game, which is just about the difference there. Scotty Gorman drifting across.
Just looked like back-end conversion on Jack Woodhouse's. Mojo and Jack have played a couple of big bowls that might have even been there making 1s and 2s, so... He's been consistent, hasn't he, Sam? He hasn't had too many...
Yeah, not far away here either. Another one thereabouts, just drifts across late. Probably didn't quite have the weight though.
Nick's been laying back in the armchair a little bit. Played some great shots himself, but it's nice skipping and getting carried every once in a while, isn't it? Doesn't happen often.
Anthony Witkowski just saying he's still waiting on the call up to guest commentate. Well, there's always a third headset here on BVTV, but I can't do anything about it if you don't get yourself to the venue.
Doesn't help.
There was plenty of offers to jump on the third headset tonight, but none of your boys were interested. They were pretty happy with Swire and Sammy doing the job. They're happy just to sit back and watch the game.
There's a few get on here and freeze too, mate. How did the Vice President go?
The VP?
I reckon he could talk underwater.
He gave us a little bit of a wrap around things about how things are heading in the world of Moonee Ponds Bowling Club, and obviously very much looking forward to hosting the final series.
Oh, it's a great venue.
Good shots.
Probably a word of warning for tomorrow, Sammy. The Moonee Ponds Festival is on at Queen's Park tomorrow, so...
Word of warning that means there'll be plenty of people in the area and hoping coming through and watching the game of Lawnies, mate.
Get here a bit early and have a bit of lunch. We've got a bit of a tricky situation too. Our third side finished second, so if they win, that's fine. They go through the following week. But if they lose, they'll be playing on Sunday, and our second side, who finished fourth,
yep,
if they win, they'll be playing Sunday too. So we'll lose a bit of our support. So.
Okay. Good luck to those guys. So playing at home tomorrow?
No, they're both away.
Both away.
Marby Park, who are finishing up this year, Sammy, Maribyrnong Park.
Yep.
Last year as a club. Would have been around a long time too. Yeah, so third side, I think that's, what's that, Division 5, they're playing at Marby, and our second side are playing Ivanhoe at Ivanhoe.
You can see on the graphic there that stats throughout the evening. The other three rinks, it's been very, very back and forth. Alan Veach was on top in the middle stage of the game, but you can see there, maximum of 3 was all they were able to pick up in that run that they had. Yeah. And on the stream rink,
blue skyscrapers here
quite
too, mate.
a few blues, very good. Alrighty, Nico.
Psycho there, Anthony Perkins. Very happy with his work.
Was not far away with his first. Doesn't love this out the hand.
I reckon he thinks he's quick, mate.
He's okay, isn't he?
Didn't like it.
Well, he's okay now.
He's looking real good now. Backhand sit this out, mate.
Yeah, you'd think so. He can fall off their own bowl in. They'll work off Geordie's wide one all the way back to the jack.
Kill a couple of ends, Sharon, for God's sake. Looking like a galah.
Yeah.
Your over's on too, Sam.
I was going to say, I'm a bit shattered there's nothing else on this apart from the satisfaction of winning our little poll pre-game of the dead end count. You never know. Still, what, 6 cents to go. Not far away here, Spud.
Gets snakes under that front.
No one's really saying anything, but I thought this was pretty close.
It's another good view.
Ducks across late. Great effort. Played the good weight. Looks like it'll be one to Whittlesea. Confirmed. They pick up another rink. Right, another end. Back up there, 5 from the previous.
Geez, when they get in the road of the cameras, mate, they get right in the road, don't they? They don't muck around.
There's not even an attempt to look back at the camera and sort of jump out the way, is there? There's just a dead set plant themselves right in the way.
Backside, right in the road. We calling it, Sammy? I know it's a long way to go, but geez, I don't
think I know the way the game's going across all the rinks, but I've seen enough strange things in this sport to know that with 25 ends left.
The old adage, mate, unless you're 9 up or 1 to play, you're not home.
Correct. But you're right, they do need something from at least 2 or 3 rinks here just to get on a bit of a roll. It just feels like the other 3 rinks are cancelling each other out, and the Whittlesea crew, the stream rink here, just Proving to be a little bit too, just a little bit too little bit more consistent. Getting at. Couple on the rink next door to Michael Stevenson. They've had a pretty tight contest next door. Plenty of shot making, back and forth, exchanging hands most of the night.
Come across from Essendon, Sammy.
Yep.
I think he's working there. I think he's working at Dandenong Club, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, Stephen.
Won the Vic Open triples last year, is that right?
Did also won the Northern Gateway pairs under an Essendon shirt.
Yes. Yeah, he beat us in the semi, I remember that well.
Ryan Kearns, Tunnels just sitting up there watching on tonight. Huh?
Yep. Yep.
Just in case you'd forgot.
Last day. Worst thing is I needed 4 on the last and I thought I'd set this bowl for 4, but of course it was 3. Was telling Chippy what length we're playing on the roll off the final end and we didn't get to play it.
Hardy! Hardy! Turn it over! Up wide!
Shot. Played that good weight, haven't they, Sam? Couple of foot, holding a couple.
Yeah, just giving their bowls more of a chance when they're down, yep.
Oh, got a bit of the jack. Didn't get much. I reckon he was down there, Sammy. Got donuts off his toe. That was a pretty good shot.
Couple more numbers across the board for Whittlesea.
Yep.
Margin sneaks out to 23 on the big board. And that's also the amount of ends remaining, so becoming a ever-increasing, more difficult task the further we go on.
He's probably giving it away. Good bowl, though. Chris Watt having a bit of a trot here. He's all over it, isn't he? Just a bad off, back upper. Oh, he's jumping on the ground to make the bowl for.
All right, well, what does Geordie Yates come up with here? Not a lot of room to draw the shot.
He's going good. I don't think he's going that good, Sam.
Fairly solid weight to open this one right up.
They've made it real easy for us, these coloured bowls too, Sam. They're all the same colour.
That's it. Plenty of green and blue. Thanks to the guys for working that one out.
I'm with you this UBC thing, mate. Let's get some pink bowls against the white bowls.
How easy would it make it for a game like this just to look across all 4 rinks and just be able to tell every head what was going on? Geordie Yates clips the front one. It's out of the way now. Provides a bit of a clear path. Don't know what that does now for Dandy. That's making it real tricky.
Have a look at that. Get rid of that pink off the... I think the opposition holding 7 there. You get rid of the pink. They're all the same colour, mate.
Two finals games in one night for the Dandenong Club. The Pulse will play the Pirates in the BPL final. Alrighty, what's the go here? The boys just looking to see probably where the jack goes if Geordie opens it up, where they can get at. Where's the best spot?
He's calling him to draw on the forehand with about a foot, mate. Jeez, I think that Alex Marshall's still good, Sammy.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, he's quite good.
Way good. Jeez, Mojo. It's unlike Mojo to make a little bit of noise. What's the go? They got 2, Sammy?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely
the front
2.
one's holding them out.
Not miles away from being 3 either. I don't think Geordie was too far away with his first, just playing
Playing a
solid
nice shot
enough
here.
weight, nothing silly, because he doesn't want to go big and clip his front one out.
He's gone a bit quicker. Just underneath. They could turn the heater on, Sammy. Gee whiz.
What do you reckon? Pack up and jump inside?
Oh,
Riley and Joshy Rennick look to be pretty, pretty comfy there. I reckon they've got
there'll be
a few screens going inside, just bar to the back, nice little viewing area there inside.
Doesn't look too golden there, mate.
Although Dougie doesn't look too interested in the action.
No. He'd be watching he'd be watching something.
He'd be watching something well put.
The
Geordie
frog
misses.
races,
Still a couple to Dandenong. What does Nico look to do here? Still a tricky situation. Doesn't want to expose them to dropping a number at this stage of the game, given the overall.
Yeah, they'll be having a bet on the frog races or something in there, mate. They're not bad. Good question, Michael Stanley. Why WHITTLESEA a few black armbands tonight, or a few of the players? Did you catch that? No, I haven't heard. No, I did actually notice that. Didn't really want to ask, mate. But it's never a good thing. Anthony Perkins playing too, mate. He's been up and about.
All right, Nicholas looks wide on the back end for that sort of weight.
Yeah. Don't come off that big, please.
Oh, nearly
He
did.
tried.
Further away, tried hard. So one last push here from Dandenong there. 8-2 now, just
They've lost
20
the
ends
mat
to
on
go.
The far end, mate. WHITTLESEA taking the mat there. It's just doesn't seem to be happening. Doesn't take much.
That's all, that's correct.
Doesn't take much. What's he doing here? Is he trying to sit that front bowl and stay? Because that doesn't see.
That was a superb effort to try and move that front bowl, move it away from the head.
I suppose you've got to take a risk, mate. Yeah, you've got to take a risk.
Well, where there's even a quarter of a chance too, you've in a situation now where you've got to play them every chance they get to maybe make a couple here or there. Just got to go for everything now. Still,
Kyle Williams having a...
Nico would probably love to just go flat out of this, but I don't think he wants to
It's been around, mate. He's
clip the front bowl and leave them exposed. He'll just play nice arriving weight onto this front one or land the...
It's going to do the normal thing on
screen.
that. Just held that fraction, isn't it?
Just caught out wide.
It's funny, Sammy, I practiced on
Not a bad
this.
home.
I practiced on this rink today at 3 o'clock and it was hooping on that end. Just had a bit of rain's taking the edge off it. Like, how good's the green look, Sam? How good does it look?
It always is.
Oh.
We've had a few games on this one in the past as well. Just
The old Glenroy Mooney Valley rivalry. They were a pretty quiet affair, mate, weren't they? Not much happening.
pretty average standard of games usually as well.
Yes.
Not many big shots being played.
No. No, they were always good fun, mate.
Yep.
Good fun.
100%.
Good, healthy rivalry
That's it,
there.
that's it. All right, JD's got to try and look to flick this bowl off
Play,
again.
mate. And we've got... that's the opposition, isn't it? It's coming
Nah,
there.
that's
I know
Scotty
it is.
Guyman's bowl. It's come all the way through, so they'll take the end, but it looks like it may only be one, or there may be a couple. Wasn't much of a
Had to
signal.
play it.
See if we can get Scotty on the way through. Two it was. Thank you, sir. So with 4 ends to go, Dandenong finally reached double figures. They get the margin back to 20. 21, I beg your pardon. See if they can. One last big push. They weren't far away there from making a number. They could have easily turned that into a 4 or 5.
Went for it.
Come on, Eagles, one each now.
But saying that, Eagles can just afford to play fairly defensive now.
Yep.
Keep building the heads up, lots of bowls in the head. Don't have to take many risks.
Played this pretty good, Sammy.
It's cracking start from Nick. They tried going ditch a couple ends ago. They didn't quite get the jack roll probably where they wanted to. And
I think he wanted a bit 6 foot further on.
Then the jack ended up out in the open and it became a funny little head. And they dropped that number. They've got it back to the length they wanted. See if Nick can double up here. Just got to forget about that one there. Play the right weight and finish either side.
Geez, Mojo wanted to chase that, then he stopped.
Well, we've all been there.
I can't chase it, unfortunately.
Yeah, good zest from
That's too great
Nick.
shots.
Plays the right weight.
He's played 2 rippers and it still looks
Probably
easy
looks
shot for the opposition.
pretty nice on the mat. His last ball actually just falls down against the bias there.
Just
Opens up a gap.
Good
It's a
discipline bowl.
good
That's
shot,
good.
Stephen.
Yeah,
That's a good
discipline
bowl.
Could have got carried away. They've seen plenty of leaders
Gives
nearly
it-
put that in the pit.
Yep, well called. Gives them one in the head and builds up the target for Dan as well. Extra one to land on.
Is Jimmy coming here Sunday?
It all depends on tomorrow's results, as we're both playing elimination finals
He's
tomorrow.
at Melbourne,
So,
isn't he? How's he getting a game in their tees, mate?
how does he get a game, especially after he didn't play for about the first 10 rounds as well? Just walks back into
I
a
heard
skipping
his third
spot.
was carrying
Whew.
him too. Helps he? What's his third? I heard he's been carrying him.
Don't know, but he did carry him last week, I can guarantee you that.
Oh, I want Jimmy here.
You want him
Close.
here?
Oh, he's a close expert, he is. He's a close. Jimmy comes, he's averaging about a 3-shot margin, Jimmy, in his games. I'll give you a bit of
Yeah, I
credit
might
at the
have to-
last one. I thought
Yeah,
you'd come good,
yeah.
but
Nah.
no, you're in the nose.
Oh, there he is. Big Watt from Watto on the next door and rips Oliver bowls out. And they end up with the shot by the looks of it. Just all going Whittlesea's ways,
Yep.
bud.
Yep. I don't think you would have predicted this margin, Sammy. I don't think anyone was thinking 20 plus.
Yeah, not the way it was the opening sort of hour of play as well.
It's
Dan
good
Bill.
aggressive one. He's got it, mate. He's got it. Good shot.
Good shot. Just going to jump over and draw the shot now. Same happened the other end when the jack got stuck out in the open here. Whittlesea outplayed them on that. The way the head set up. Johnny Roberts still waiting for some action. 65 ends into this game, I think, Spud.
Someone just call him out, even if it's a foot in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do the right thing. How long's he been doing it for, George? God, he's been...
Longer than I've been playing.
Yeah. He's on the phone, mate. He's having a look at something too.
He's seen enough. Do you reckon he's got a bit of the... I reckon he's got the commentary going just to see if we're talking about him yet or not.
Yeah. Might have the brazen bits, I reckon. Well, you've got to get called out.
Just overplays that. Yeah, Jim's they're at home tomorrow, Melbourne side 2.
Yeah.
Up against Murrabina
They
Park.
finished third, did they? Finished third,
They
I
did,
take
so
it.
it's 3rd versus 4th, elimination. They're up against Murrabina Park, and all the great graphics you've seen this season for Prem A and Prem Reserve. All the lineups that go up are all brought to you by Mel, our comms and marketing manager. Chatting up on top of the player ladder in the old Div 2 Section 6 and playing from Arabina Park, so there's a bit of bragging rights in the office tomorrow afternoon out at the Melbourne Bowling Club.
Someone's not going to be any good on the Monday, mate.
Correct.
I'll back Mel.
I'm hoping.
I'm backing Mel.
Oh, I'm backing Arabina Park. Otherwise, we'll never hear the end of it if Jim gets up. Geordie Yates has played that very, very well. Sparred out to that off centre jack.
Imagine he gets up Saturday and Sunday. You won't go in, Sammy, will you? You just won't go in. You'll...
If we get up or if Jim gets up?
No, if Jim gets up Saturday and Sunday, you'll just work from home, won't you?
I think, yeah.
We're trying to get you called out there, Johnny.
We're doing everything we can, Mr. Roberts, to...
You need it.
Trying to get you out there.
Called, hasn't he? Oh, you had one?
Oh, you have what? You've had one? Oh, first hand. No wonder we missed it. Alrighty, Geordie, try and double up here. Adding third to the count if he gets past the spot. Skipped some games this season, has played some games, I think.
It's a good combo, this.
They're happy with the way their other rinks are going. They've obviously got a good balance and they can afford to have someone of Geordie's quality play third to Nick McINTYRE.
Good balance.
I think I was saying on the way down to someone that if you can afford to get a rink together like that, it can obviously work both ways, but if you get on top of a rink and maybe win a rink by 10 or so shots, sometimes in these games that's all difference. And
got that rink Skilts playing 3 to Kane Nelson. It's just, Skilts is a fantastic third and you've got the class of Kane. Nearly got them all. Yeah,
fair bit happening. Gets a couple out and the jack ends up in the ditch. There's no touches, so it's still 1 to Whittlesea. Room to add to the count.
Could have got me killed there, Sammy.
It's not ended up far from it, but I can tell you what, it's another end that won't be a dead end.
No.
The jack's in the ditch, about a foot from the peg. You can see the marker just there in the corner of your screen over to the left-hand side.
Peppa Pig we've got out there, Sammy.
Yeah, rightio.
Peppa Pig. Oink, oink.
I thought there was only one Peppa Pig in the world of bowls, and that was Matt Bacon, but apparently not. I'll have to sort that one out.
How's he going, Matty?
The old Bouchon.
I think he ended up top of the skippers in your section. Would that be right?
Yeah, I think he went pretty close to it.
It's a good play, Matty. Very
Played
good play.
third to me for a fair bit of the here earlier on, and has jumped over and skipped a rink. Very valuable asset.
He had enough of that after 6 rounds, hadn't he, Sammy? Had to jump out of that rink and go and skip.
Probably had enough of my rubbish, and that's probably fair enough.
Well, Nick's got a bit of room here, mate. Not easy, but got a bit of room. Still got Veachy and Stevenson still winning their rinks.
Yeah, they're still ahead. Pardon me, Jackie Woodhouse has opened up a little bit of a lead on the far rink as well. All right. Good McINTYRE there, holding one, the Eagles. Geordie very eagerly holding on to one. This is the whole place nearly goes kaput. Spud almost taken out.
Well, he dropped.
Lucky those waters are empty.
Yes.
Well, they are cans of Coke, so it's okay. We'll have a look. Oh, he's taken out a couple already. I think that's what it'll end up being. Maybe a close look at the front one as well. Put a tape on it.
McINTYRE over, he's pretty relaxed. He's coming to say a couple of words.
He's just checking in the overall scoreboard, making things are all under control.
27-10, mate.
Going along very
Happy with
nicely
that.
indeed.
27-10 is pretty comfortable.
JD looks like he's conceded 4. He's already popped it on the board.
You can have a seat, mate, for the last 3 ends. And
Bit of ringside undies
just
for the
play
last
with
4
6.
ends.
Just play 6. Should hold on.
Confirmed as 3 in the end.
30-10.
Just 3 ends to go. 15 ends on the overall. Remaining margin at a game high lead now, Spud, of 25 shots.
Yep. Thought it'd be close.
Yeah,
But really looking
don't
across
think many
the
would
board.
have predicted a margin of.
Simple fact
to
is,
either side.
WHITTLESEA played better, mate.
That's all it
Simple
is.
as that.
That's all it is.
It's the trouble with cutthroat finals. You go ordinary for 1 game, you're out. Pretty happy though, mate. Dandenong club did well to get up in the Prem B, so they've made the finals.
Yeah, that's
good
who they
effort.
got up here, and then this is obviously their first season here this season, and yeah, done superbly to make finals. Back here again next year.
WHITTLESEA very experienced in these finals over
Yeah,
a
I
long
was
period of time too.
about on the way through. I'm sure Nick McINTYRE's been in these sort of situations plenty of
yeah.
times around this sort of level. So has Jack Woodhouse, been around for.
Richmond Union
A
beat them
while.
in that final to go to Premier a couple of years ago.
Yeah, correct. That's
got
how
'em.
close they were.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got them in
Could have
the
easily been there.
game for the playoff to play Essendon. We got them last year, so they haven't been far away. Played a good shot here.
Runs up all the way, I was going to say, to the line. It just holds off the last little bit, so there's still a chance for Wombat to sit that one through.
Good shot next door from Michael Stevenson. Fizz has gone out of it though, Sammy, hasn't it?
Yeah, what else? He probably pretty content in their situation right about now. Stevie, it couldn't have gone much better for them.
No.
Dan Bell's just going to add another one to the count.
On you, Daniel.
Tied early for a long time though, Sam. Took a while and then they've sort of just maintained, sort of gradually just increasing the
Yeah,
margin.
I reckon it ended up taking about 25, 30 ends until
Yeah.
things really just started
Yeah.
to open up.
It was
It all-
mainly here, to be
I
honest.
reckon they put
on
together
this rink.
6 ends in a row, and while
Yeah.
that was happening, Jackie Woodhouse was
Yeah.
picking up a 5 on the far rink, and
Yeah,
all of a
but
sudden there was your first 10 or
Yeah.
15 shots, and
Yeah.
as it happens to be, very hard to bring that sort of margin back in these sort of games. And Geordie's pretty handy here as well. So it'd probably fall on the line if possible. Doesn't get a great result, but still adds to the count.
It's had a good game, been consistent.
Yep. Hang on there.
No,
Smart.
mate, I'm going real good. Bits of paper flying around, cans of Coke flying around. Robbie
Yeah,
Miller's.
shot by Roberto,
Yep.
a few rinks over. Pretty happy with his efforts as well. Scotty Guymer, a big drive up. He's taken all but one bowl out of the head for Whittlesea, so all of a sudden Danny have 4 seconds.
Yep.
Just probably a bit too far away, given Geordie has one and Nico with a couple to come. Though he's out on a high line here.
Yeah.
Played nice enough weight though.
Yep.
Draw a second shot. Gonna draw the shot here.
He said, where do you want it? I reckon on the jack would be good. That would sort of help.
It's a good starting point, given the situation of the game.
Said it was going to be this Rink, Sam. 20 shots, overalls 23. You're on the money. Wouldn't tell me which way though, but
No, I wouldn't. I'm easy to say now. Wasn't far off mentioning the fact that Nico McINTYRE has done this before,
Yes.
including against us in the past.
yeah,
Plenty of talent, plenty of experience, and can draw a
Great
shot like
shot.
that every now and then as well. Dead end here, Spud.
you beauty. What's that, 2?
That's 2.
Jeez, I wouldn't mind getting the 4, Sam.
I wouldn't mind
Please.
a nice, quiet last couple of ends.
What have we got?
So 3 to play.
2 to play?
2 to play. Oh,
2 to play. Geez, I'll get 2 out of this. I'm enjoying this.
3 to play. We're actually only through 18, so maybe there's still a stiff for you. There's still time. 30 to 10 through 18, which is what's on the scoreboard here in the venue.
So like the
Margin
boards at our
23.
place, Sammy, they make your job easier.
What was
The
that?
Scoreboards at our place, the electronic ones.
Yes. More the fact because of
helps.
where they're positioned a little bit
Yeah.
higher up, behind it, above everyone.
Yeah.
Although I'll tell you who it doesn't help is the viewers at home.
At the start, because
Yes.
in
Yeah.
the daylight they flickered. They're actually not flickering.
Okay.
They're actually not doing that. It's,
Yeah.
I won't explain it. I won't
It
go
is
on
a little bit.
scientific term.
Someone asked about it the other
They
week,
don't
and I did a
actually-
quick
they're not
Google
flickering.
search, but no.
But they help at night because some of these boards are hard to see.
Yep.
Yeah, I've noticed that on the 2 stream games. They're flickering, but yeah. As I said, I'm not going in the technical term. I'll get tongue-tied. So
Create even more confusion for the
Yes,
viewers who are already
yes.
easily
They're
confused
already
about what's going on.
confused when I come on here 3 hours ago.
No, we said we'd get you back on after your performance out at Bundy, and thanks for coming out and giving us another stint on commentary for our first of many finals. 3 weeks of action, 5 streams in total throughout this final series. On our road to the grand finals in a few Saturdays' time for both Prem Reserve and Prem A down at Dandenong Club. I think we can just about
Yep, you
not
can-
have to worry about
no.
whether the Prem Reserve final will be held there or not. Given the
I'm
margin
glad you
is now
brought that up though,
24
Sam.
to
I was
14.
actually thinking that myself today, and like, you've got to be fair,
Yeah,
which you were.
it's always in the back of our mind that is a possibility. Had to wait until we would see who was in finals first, and then
Well, someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but
tonight.
I'm sure Deer Park might have played. I know they played at least a final, whether it was a grand final or not.
this is going back a while or not?
It's probably going back about maybe 5 years ago.
Okay.
It was scheduled to be played at Deer Park. I'm sure they had a semi or the grand final there.
Yep.
And they were in it. As I said, I'll give Bowles the biggest polish of all times. His top 4 is fantastic.
Shot.
Absolutely fantastic. Rewards 2 teams finishing on top. And as I said, you can afford to have an average day and you're still in it.
Tell you what, 8 teams, 14 rounds has created some unbelievably tight matches and tight sections across all divisions this season.
Our second
weekend,
side,
Pennant.
amazing example of that, Sammy. Our second side were fourth after 13 rounds. They were playing Melton's top side.
Yep.
Probably gave them no chance. We weren't worried about them winning, but they had to get four points to guarantee not going down.
Yep.
So I think you'll find there's a lot of sides at Christmas that end up getting relegated. They were in the four at Christmas and got relegated. So there's so many interesting ladders, wasn't there? There's just, oh.
Yeah, plenty of examples through just about every division. As you said, still would have been a few teams playing for a spot in the finals. Results that went the other way and ended up finishing in the bottom two.
I promise you, after 12 rounds, Division 1, Section 4, I looked at the ladder. The side that were fourth were 100 points, fifth were 100 points, sixth were 99 and seventh were 99. Good luck. Probably the importance of winning early games in the year too.
Brad, who's on the cameras as always, has helped us out here with your little digital scoreboard situation, Spud, and put it in simpleton terms.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Explain it, Brad. Explain it.
Mismatch refresh rate makes screens appear flickering. Can't match the cameras to the same refresh rate as it's not standard. Does that sound right?
Can you imagine if I'd explained that? My God, that would have taken 45
Yes.
minutes.
Hopefully that made sense to everyone at home.
I shouldn't have said it, but I was confusing myself. But I know it actually doesn't happen, but it looks like it's happening. That probably doesn't make any sense either.
Lee just mentioning that year, Spud, that Deer Park lost to Altona.
Yep.
So was that the grand final or was that a pre-league final?
I got a feeling, I could be wrong, I got a feeling it was the grand final.
Okay.
It was on the indoor. I reckon it was the grand final.
Alrighty, Whittlesea. Assuming Geordie's back bowl is holding shot. Hard to tell though. It's not going to make any difference either way.
Jeez, they've only scored 46. 46
I was
shots,
thinking that before.
70 ends.
The most they've picked up is, Steve-O's Rink 15. Just having a look through all the shots that Dandenong have picked up.
Maximum of 3, wouldn't it?
It'll be hard to believe they've picked up 2 threes.
Well, that's unbelievable.
Everything else 1s and 2s, and that's contributed to just 46 shots. That's an unbelievable effort
No.
from, Whittlesea in terms of across all ranks.
Well, I'll tell you, we classify 3 as a clanger, 3 or more as a clanger.
Same.
And we try to keep that in Premier League to 8. And it gives us a good chance of winning when you do the stats.
So by tonight, Whittlesea have
picked up
restricted them to just
that,
2, and they're both 3s.
We actually had one game this year, we restricted them to 3 clangers. We restrict the opposition to 3 clangers. But that's like 46, Sam. That's,
Nico draws in, makes certainty that Whittlesea hold the shot.
just hasn't been Jared's night.
No, Tough was forced in there when Whittlesea got on that run to play a lot of weight. There just wasn't any option to really draw a shot.
Didn't have a lot going on.
To play weight, and then probably Whittlesea's front end on top, and Geordie Yates nice and consistent as always. Made his job very tough.
Did he go too early then?
How many is it? What do I need? How much more do I need?
It's 5, mate, isn't it?
The boys reckon it was only 3. Jared just looking to wait to draw the shot.
Maybe too wide.
You might have been right. You might have been right, Stevie boy. Very good. It was another 5.
1 out of 10, mate. You've got to get something right occasionally.
She's all over now. That'll be it for... Pretty confident to say that's it for Dandenong Club for season 23-24. Had a cracking season. They've
Done well.
come up from Division 1 last season, consolidated. They would have been pretty happy with that.
We've definitely got something to build on. Good setup out there too, Sam. Great venue.
Yeah, it'll be a big day, grand final day. It's both grand finals, both Prem Reserve and Prem A will be held down there. The Prem Reserve in the morning, same as last year, and the Prem A final. Bit of a twilight fixture on your Sunday evening.
Normally 4:30 or something, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think aim for a 4 o'clock start if all's well this year. There'll be absolutely plenty of action going on and off the green. Of course, we've still got 2 weekends of finals first to figure out who'll be down there. A couple weekends' time. Continues this weekend. Tomorrow, Prem Reserve, Essendon and Fitzroy playoff winner straight through to the grand final.
Based on the
Loser
night, the
plays Whittlesea.
loser's going to have a tough go.
Yep, yeah, good point indeed. Whittlesea with plenty of momentum on the season. And then on Sunday, back here at Mooney Ponds again. Premier A, 1v2 and 3v4. Deer Park against Mooney Valley. Go to battle once again. Dan Burley, good shot. Just a little bit unlucky. They still hold 1.
It's funny we talk about that advantage finishing first and second, Sammy. The advantage you have of finishing 3rd or 4th, if you do win that game, you're going into the next final with a win, whereas the other team are going in with a loss. So they can play a bit psychologically, that can maybe make a difference.
Sort of similar to footy as well. Top
it is.
4, you have the week off, whether it's an advantage or not.
He's played.
He's got it past the jack.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good shot. Probably down, but stands it up to Jack High. Gives them a couple of seconds.
Ooh. Didn't muck around there. It's like Anthony Clapper on the mat there. Good ball.
I completely missed that.
Yeah, geez, he didn't. Not sure he's waiting for the call.
Caught me looking elsewhere, and all of a sudden, Nick's hoping lead bowls.
Geez,
left there for holding 2.
Could have killed it.
Oh, yeah. Now unthoughtful. Still on 2. 2 wins to go.
I think they're having a bit of a chuckle about it now, see.
Yeah. Don't forget, Vic Open entries closing up this Sunday night. All events, get your entries in before they close off.
You're playing in it, Sam? You'll be up there.
Might see if I can sneak an event while we're away, making sure everything's running smoothly. See if I can jump out on the green for a day or 2. Maybe a bit of triples action or something like that. It's
This is always good too, man.
a bit unlucky there from Geordie, the breeze has picked right up and that's
Top
drifted
off the
right
night
out.
when the umbrella lands on my head here. That'll top the night off, mate.
We've done well.
Oh, we've done it all.
Could
We've
have gone a lot
survived. We've
worse.
survived.
Alrighty, Scotty misses out. Dirty hold on to 3.
Yeah, I don't know what happened this balmy night when I was driving down here. So
Absolutely.
bam, it got here. I was
I'm freezing.
practice, magnificent. Oh, Eagle. Nicky.
Needs to hold on.
Okay, the kill, Nick. That
Clips
was
it out of the
weak.
way. No. What are you on about? Two downs for the night's more than enough in my book.
No, we don't need another 10 minutes.
Jared does enough to count. There's 4.
Come on, Nick.
Controlled weight.
Give it
Oh, look at that.
weak as water.
Spud absolutely furious in the commentary
Jesus.
box.
Come on, Nick.
And tell you what, he's short as well. So there's a chance for Jared to throw in a shot number 5 here.
He deserved that.
Trading 5s by the look of it. That would be enough to count. Jack picked up 5 shots.
As
if
soon
you
as
don't
we
mind.
said they've had 2 threes for the night, Sammy, we're going real good.
Tick over 50 on the overall.
Jeez.
1 in remaining. Nick McINTYRE 35. Jared Davies 15.
It's a good
What a
score,
crazy
isn't it?
old scoreline in an elimination final. Not what we were expecting. And we rocked up.
I'm really concerned about our Rink Sunday now. These crazy live stream.
Why are you
Rink
concerned?
scores. Well,
Shouldn't be concerned. You've beat them
could
twice this season already. They've been
yeah, but I just
cracking
don't like
games.
these. Everyone wins by 20 on the stream. Who won the BBL, Sammy? Do you know?
Good question. And I'm just going off the live scoring because I don't have it up yet.
Morton
Just
played
maybe
by-
it's not the Dandenong Pulses, Dandenong
No.
Clubs night. Moreton Bay, and I'd assume Alex Marshall is absolutely flying given
Is
the
there one in to go there, though?
given the result on the first set where Moreton Bay took it 10-1 and then continued by picking up a 3 on end 1 of set 2.
I was watching him in the Potters too, Sammy, just getting off the subject a bit. Alex Marshall, he's a freak.
I mean, they look very, very easy over there.
Sammy, doesn't matter how wide you chuck it or you chuck it tight, they always end
come
up
back.
on-
Yep.
Even me and you'd be all right on it, I reckon.
Hey, we're
Seriously.
going all right. What are you on about? We can talk ourselves up. That's okay.
No, every cow do. But they do. They seem to just chuck it and it lands on
makes
top
it
of the jack.
Makes it look
It's
very easy
ridiculous.
indeed. Jordan Burley with their final bowl of the evening.
Had a good night.
Really, really impressive. Yep.
They
Middle part of
certainly
that
haven't had-
game.
Yeah, they haven't
Definitely
had
won the lead battle. Yep.
No, it helped too. It helped.
Next door, Michael Stevenson grabs the Rink win, 17 shots to 12.
Good effort.
It's a good effort in a very low-scoring contest.
Still going to get 2 rinks. Not that we're worrying about rinks now, Sammy, but they're still going to get 2 rink wins.
All 1s and 2s next door
Yep.
through 21 ends. No more than a 2. No clean, as I say.
That's a good scoreline, isn't it? 14-9.
Yeah, that's
Generally a good game.
That's crazy. 1-3 to Mr. Veach on N10. Aside from that, all 1s and 2s as well. So these 2 rinks have had a great battle. It's just been decided on the stream rink and the far rink. Looked like Jackie Woodhouse had played some good bowls early on. A few good conversions. Led a few bowls out to make a couple numbers.
Well, they'll be hard to beat the next game, so...
we've talked about it. They've got all the momentum up on their side. They'll be back here next Saturday, the 2nd of March, 1 p.m. They'll face the loser of tomorrow's game between Essendon and Fitzroy Vic.
They'll give a good showing.
And the winner of that game tomorrow goes straight through to the sectional, not the sectional, the Prem Reserve Grand Final. It's a straight pass, straight through. Dan Burley, good shot, falls back in, maybe out, just one down.
Been very solid too, Sammy.
Who have we got? Did we already talk about who have you got tomorrow? You got Fitzroy Vic tomorrow, you reckon will get the job done?
Yeah, I like Fitzroy. I just didn't... Look, I don't want to upset anyone. I just didn't like the look of Essendon's side.
You're allowed to predict the game. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think it'll be a pretty close contest.
Yeah. I just think Fitzroy got the momentum.
They got some good momentum.
Yep.
Bradley Janner in some good form. Jack McNabb's been going along nicely as well.
Good.
And
Chris Ritchie's playing 3. Like, yeah, they just got...
They got some...
Matty Blackburn skipping.
Yeah, a couple guys that are involved in under-18s as well that have led and played second for a fair majority of the season. They're going along good as well.
Sometimes Sammy, you just got to come good at the right time of the year. It's no good peaking after 5 rounds.
That's all it is.
He's all over it, didn't he, Sammy?
Yeah, it's a fair draw bowl. Draws the ultimate. Yeah, Matty O'Brien, there you go. Spud Marshall putting on a clinic.
Yeah, nice.
Andy Mack just saying 1 set and 3-0 to Taddy.
Yeah, nice. He backs himself. He's got 4 inches to draw the shot. He's 3D. He's actually backing himself to get the shot.
What are you with that? He knows what he's doing.
Yes, yes. We'll have a look at the Omar missed out in that. Their team didn't make it. Corey Wedlock guarantees they didn't make it. It's sort of...
Yeah, so busy schedule for those boys. They played obviously last Friday night here.
Plenty of practice.
Went home Saturday night to play. A couple of them were involved in double headers in Queensland Premier League, and then Geordie Yates doesn't want to slice the jack. He touched it fractionally and then fell in behind in the area once again, and then played a whole week of bowls up at BPL, and then back down here, or back up to Queensland tomorrow morning.
They're playing there tomorrow.
I believe a few of them are.
We've got Kane Nelson, I know they're playing
Sunday.
tomorrow.
Yep.
They've got a late game too. I think their game's 5:30.
Yeah, okay.
Snapper's going up there to play tomorrow, and then they're catching a 6 a.m. Sunday morning.
Tell you what, Spud.
Oh. He drove but said don't kill.
Yeah, for whatever reason you're just tuning in, maybe you've seen enough of the BPL and just checking on the score on the last end here. May have been a pre-game prediction of dead ends. Spud was pretty keen. There might have been somewhere like 5.
Have I cracked you?
How many did I say there would be?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember,
2?
mate. It was a long time ago. Can't really remember. You might have said 2. Three to finish, I think, Sammy.
That'll do it. We'll shake hands, Mr. Steve Adamo. Whittlesea, too strong. Season over for the Dandenong club. Not disgraced. A great season after coming up from Division 1. Consolidated themselves in a spot and gave themselves a crack at reaching the semi-final. Their season comes to an end, and the Whittlesea Eagles have a full head of steam in season 23-24. Still plenty more to offer. They'll be back at Moonee Ponds next Saturday for the preliminary final. Winner to play the loser of Essendon and Fitzroy Victoria tomorrow. Back here, so if you're not involved in any finals action, you're in the area, come down for a watch. Should be a cracking game. Our next stream, it's not far away. It's Sunday. Deer Park, Moonee Valley semi-final. Winner straight through to the grand final in a couple weekends' time. Steve Adamo, thank you once again for jumping on commentary on your Friday night, mate. Love having your insights into the game.
Pleasure, mate.
All the best.
Happy to be.
On Sunday, you'll see Spud.
Same to you Saturday, Sammy.
All in glory. Good luck to all those involved in finals across Metropolitan Melbourne tomorrow. Enjoy your bowls. All the best, and we'll see you back here at Moonee Ponds, 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Bye for now.